Good evening, Rich Rebel fans, and welcome to another segment here of Rich Rebel Football. Here we are in Layton Christian Academy at Wilson Field, home of the Eagles, in Layton, Utah. Kickoff is scheduled in about 40 minutes or so from now as we move into our pregame show brought to you by Auto Farm Chevrolet in Evanston. Auto Farm Chevrolet has been serving Rich County residents for generations. We'll hear from them, and then we'll set the scene set for tonight's game. You're listening to a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich High Rebel Football on 98.3 FM with video coverage online at mylocalradio.com.
America keeps moving, and Auto Farm Chevrolet is here to help you keep rolling. Whether you need a brand new vehicle or service on one you already own, Auto Farm Chevrolet is here to lend a helping hand. Our certified mechanics are knowledgeable, and our sales team takes the time to get to know you and what your needs are. Stop in today, Auto Farm Chevrolet, 624 Front Street, Evanston. Evanston's community-driven dealer.
Welcome back, Rich Rebel fans, to the Auto Farm Chevrolet pregame show. The Rich Rebels will be taking on the Layton Christian Academy Eagles here in Layton, Utah. Our scene set today is brought to you by J-Bar Excavation in Randolph, the team, the tools, and the experience for your excavation projects. Call J-Bar Excavation at 435-793-5855. Today, the Layton Christian Academy Eagles will be the home team. We'll go ahead and dive into the outlook of their season so far, as we'll dive in here. For the Layton Christian Academy Eagles, they're coming off a record of 3-2 and a blowout win over Gunnison Valley last week. Great football is being played in Layton at this moment, as I was able to catch up with Coach Stowers. We'll hear from him later on in our pregame broadcast. Tonight, the Rich Rebels will gear up to go back on the road here to Layton after a loss to Parowan last week. This Rich Rebel fighting squad will be taking their talents to the Wasatch Front, to Layton Christian Academy. This game marks about the midseason mark for each of these teams as they fight for bragging rights in this all-time matchup. Last time these teams met, the Rich Rebels came out on top and hope to repeat their success much like last time. The Layton Christian Academy Eagles have started their season better. Quite an improvement on the season from last year, as the year previous was complicated due to COVID and coaching staff changes. Enter Coach Ray Stowers, who has more than tripled the win total already for LCA this year. This coach was announced interim head coach and has been given the reins to this football program, and it has exploded in the right direction. Fans of Rich High might like to know that this team did blow out Gunnison High, which we did play earlier in the season last week, 50-7. We welcome you as we are now part of coverage, part of the Auto Farm Chevrolet pregame show. Head coach Ray Stowers coaches the Layton Christian Academy Eagles. His team ready to fight on their home turf. We'll go and dive now into the Rich Rebels. The Rich Rebels coming off a loss to Parowan last week. Coach Grohl, highly positive in terms of player development, some things that we've been seeing in practice. He was able to touch up on later on in our interview on the Auto Farm Chevrolet pregame show. Coach Grohl is now in his third season here at Rich High School as they take on the Layton Christian Academy Eagles. As we know, injuries have been playing a part of this season so far. We're going to be without star offensive and defensive lineman Buckwheat. Justin Adams will be out this week as he sustained a real stinger last week. They're going to keep him out this week. At least this is from the mouth of him himself. We'll be missing Buckwheat this week as the Rich Rebels will be taking on the Christian Academy Eagles here in Layton. Offensive coordinator Cooper Cornea is bringing back 6 returning starters minus Justin Adams, so I guess it's 5. We'll be seeing Riley Carrillo, Riker Conk, and Hayden Weston James McKinnon. Defensive coordinator as well, we're getting out in Glenn Smith. Returning defensive starters, we have Justin Adams, of course, will be missed tonight. We'll also be on the lookout as Max Perry had some issues early on in the season. This has really truly been the scene set. Just a glimpse into each of these teams now. Part of the scene set brought to you by J-Bar Excavation. You're tuned into the Auto Farm pregame show, and this has been your J-Bar Excavation scene set. When we come back, we're going to visit with Rich High School alumni Mariah Sellers. You're listening to Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebel football here on 98.3 FM with video coverage online at mylocalradio.com.
Wyoming is unique. When it comes to high school sports, we might travel 6 hours to a game, but when we get there, we know the other team, their parents, and the coaches. Wyoming is like one small town with really long streets. When your travels take you to Evanston, always stay with your friends at the Best Western Dunmar Inn. Clean, comfortable rooms, a restaurant serving healthy, delicious food, and breakfast is always included. If you're bringing the team or following the team, stay with us every time you're in Evanston. The Best Western Dunmar Inn.
Welcome back, Rich Rebel fans, to the Auto Farm Chevrolet pregame show. This segment of the pregame show, always fantastic time as I'm able to catch up with Rich High alumni. This week I met up with Mariah Sellers. She's down in southern Utah, getting ready to be a world-renowned children's writer. As she's down there, I talked with her about being the next Dr. Seuss, and I truly, genuinely believe it. She's been killing it out there in Cedar City. This segment is fantastic, and it could not be possible thanks to Mound Valley Cattle Company. Without them, we could not have this segment. Out of Thatcher, Idaho, Eddie and Todd Jensen, always wishing the Rebels good luck in all they do. They make it possible. And let's go ahead and meet up with Mariah Sellers after this little break here, as you've been listening to a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich High Rebel football on 98.3 with video coverage online at mylocalradio.com.
Success doesn't come by accident. Success requires hard work, perseverance, learning, sacrifice, and believing in yourself. Eddie and Todd Jensen established the Mound Valley Cattle Company in Thatcher, Idaho on these very principles. The students, staff, athletes, and coaches at Rich High School value these same fundamentals in education and activities, in athletics, and in life. Good luck, Rebels, from Mound Valley Cattle Company, serving customers in Utah, Idaho, and Wyoming since 1997.
Welcome, Rich Rebel fans, to another segment of the Where Are They Now segment. We are incredibly honored to introduce Mariah Sellers. She has taken time out of her day, her busy schedule, from her classes, and we are incredibly grateful for her time. Mariah, thank you so much for meeting and doing this interview.
Yeah, of course, anytime.
Mariah, I'm led to believe that you've traveled south. I don't know whether that's due to escape the cold temperatures of Rich County or some other reason, but I believe you're down in southern Utah. What are you doing down there?
So I'm going to school at Southern Utah University, and go T-Birds, right?
Right.
And I'm studying illustration and creative writing. I just got back from my mission about a year ago. I went to Minnesota. That was really fun. But I'm loving going to college right now. I feel like I get to take all the fun classes because I'm doing illustration and creative writing.
Now, when you say that, my mind goes to just so many different directions. Can you kind of describe and pinpoint exactly what you're studying when it comes to illustration and creative writing at Southern Utah University?
So right now I'm taking a lot of art classes, just like general art classes, like painting and drawing and ceramics and typography, like just a bunch of random art classes. But for me, I really want to do children's books. So all of the art classes will really help me to kind of get there because, children's books are my favorite. They're so fun.
That's amazing. I've always been curious as to what goes into a children's book. What inspired you, other than, children's books are amazing, what initially inspired you to kind of pursue that career path?
Well, I've always loved the look of lots of different children's books. Like, in fact, when I was in kindergarten, I would get a giant stack of just picture books, and I'd be like, Mom, read these to me every single day. And she'd be like, okay, I'm sick of you reading or, like, pulling this giant mountain of books off the shelf and making me read them yourself. So I taught myself to read that way, but, like, because of that experience and, like, always looking at those children's books, it kind of made me want to help other people have that experience when they're younger,
Absolutely.
And so, yeah, so I just want to be able to make kids' days as they pull a book off the shelf and be like, this is so fun, you know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. And, I haven't, Mariah, we've just barely been on this interview for a couple minutes, but it has not taken me long whatsoever to realize that you have the type of light that will blow up and just ignite a child's life with the books that you're going to be writing. We're excited to be able to read some of your stuff, and we're looking forward to hearing more from you as you make it into the big leagues, Dr. Seuss kind of stuff, right?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, absolutely. Mariah, for a graduating senior of Rich High School, what kind of advice would you have for them in terms of, going to college? What's the first rule, like the rule of thumb that you would tell a senior that's going to be graduating going on to college?
I would say that, like, the best advice that I can give to those students would probably be to be always kinder than necessary and always stand up for yourself, So,
Yeah.
because, like, professors, sometimes they're really strict and kind of hard to deal with, but if you're kind and stick up for yourself, then things will be all right.
Mm-hmm.
And also with roommates, too. Like, honestly, sometimes roommates do things that you don't want them to do. And it's hard. But if you are kind and stand up for yourself, then it'll be okay. And those people will respect you for standing up for yourself and being kind.
Absolutely. I think you couldn't have nailed it on the head any better. Mariah, kind of doubling back a little bit, what year did you graduate from Rich High School?
Oh, it's been 3 years now, 2018.
2018.
I think that's 3 years, right?
I didn't go to college for any math, so you're probably asking the wrong person. Mariah, you have family still in Rich County, but what did you do at Rich High School in terms of activities? What were you involved in when you were there?
Well, I did musical 1 year, and then I managed the drill team for 1 year, and then I did concurrent enrollment too. Like, it wasn't really an extracurricular activity, but it was kind of a little bit of a community almost in there, even though it was tiny, but It was fun. But for the musical, that was like probably one of my favorite parts of high school, because I got to help paint one of the murals for some of the walls, for that year, and that was really fun.
That's
I
awesome.
enjoyed that a lot.
I know that I'm excited to cover the play coming up for Rich this upcoming year, and it's really awesome to connect with you, Mariah. Thank you so very much. Is there anything else you want to cover before we end the interview?
Not that I can think of. I just think that I want to tell those students to be awesome and use their talents and, be awesome.
There you go. You heard it here first from Mariah Sellers, a current student of Southern Utah University, going to be the next Dr. Seuss. Mariah, thank you so much for your time.
Yeah, no problem.
Welcome back, and just a fantastic, fun interview that we had with Mariah Sellers. Keep an eye out and an ear out for her. She's going to nail it in terms of illustrations, in terms of writing, all around children's books. She's going to be on the front cover. Thank you so much, Mariah, for that wonderful interview. This is the segment that we like to call the Where Are They Now segment, brought to you by Mound Valley Cattle Company, Eddie and Todd Jensen, out of Thatcher, Idaho, wishing the Rebels good luck in all that they do. Coming up next on the Auto Farm Chevrolet pregame show, we'll visit with Coach Stowers of Layton Christian Academy, head coach, and we'll touch up a little bit as to how his team's doing. We're about 23 minutes away from kickoff at this moment. We'll go ahead and come back as you've been listening to a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich High Rebel football on 98.3 The Wildlife, with video coverage online at mylocalradio.com.
America keeps moving, and Auto Farm Chevrolet is here to help you keep rolling. Whether you need a brand new vehicle or service on one you already own, Auto Farm Chevrolet is here to lend a helping hand. Our certified mechanics are knowledgeable, and our sales team takes the time to get to know you and what your needs are. Stop in today, Auto Farm Chevrolet, 624 Front Street, Evanston. Evanston's community-driven dealer.
Welcome back to the Auto Farm Chevrolet pregame show. Auto Farm Chevrolet, serving Rich County residents for generations. We are broadcasting live from Layton, Utah, Layton Christian Academy, Wilson Field, home of the Eagles. As we're going to go now into our coaches show, let's first visit with Coach Ray Stowers of Layton Christian Academy, head coach, and super amazing interview, able to meet with him on the Bear Lake Memorial Hospital in Montpelier, just kind of coach's show, the most caring hospital on earth. Here's Coach Stowers. Welcome, Rich Rebel fans, to another segment here of the Coach's Show. I am joined with Layton Christian Academy head coach Ray Stowers. Coach Stowers has been taking over this program partially last year, and now it is his first full year. Coach Stowers, thank you so much for your time and meeting with me.
Hey, how's it going? Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. It is a pleasure to have you on. Part of this show, we have been able to research a little bit and see how much your football program has kind of taken a step up from last year. As your first full year and your first season as head coach, what kind of expectations do you have coming into this year?
Expectations, really, we just set out a few team goals, and just trying to create that culture here, that winning culture, and just having these kids, buy into what we're trying to do, and so far it's been good.
I say, from my perspective, being able to kind of touch up and research a little bit on the few games that you've played, it seems that the team is making a great step in the right direction. I'm sure it has everything to do with how these kids have bought in, what your coaching staff has brought on. Coach, what do you attribute as the biggest factor to making that jump into a winning program this year?
Just how they do things on an everyday basis, just how they're living their lives, just the choices they're making, off the field, in the classroom, and pretty much throughout the week, so that's kind of where, it's kind of been the motto, and I've just been trying to create some kind of structure that's healthy for these kids. So it's been fun.
Absolutely. It's been great, and we're excited to see these kids take the field up against the Rich Rebels here on Friday. This is going to be 4 p.m. kickoff. And Coach, already you've more than doubled the win percentage of last year. What kind of things have attributed to kind of moving forward in part of this football program? You've talked a little bit about the classroom and other things. What about on the field stuff?
Really just putting these guys through, a certain struggle that brings them together. Starting off with summer camp, leading into fall camp. You know, they say common struggle brings unity, and I'm starting to see these boys build that bond and that trust with each other, and you know, it's good to see that carry through onto the field, and that they're playing for each other. So I'm hoping to continue to build on that, and you know, that's just the plan to just move forward and keep progressing this season every week.
Great words here by, this is Coach Ray Stowers of Layton Christian Academy. Coach, football is played obviously on the field, but it's much bigger than just a game. What kind of life lessons have you and your coaching staff tried to teach these kids, and part of what life is all about?
You know what, life lessons, quite a few. You know, you just try to teach these guys that, you know, in the real world, you know, nothing comes easy, and you know, it takes work, actually hard work, and through hard work, only good things can happen. And so, I hope they learn that, you know, football is just a game, but it'll help you in life. You know, the hard lessons that are to come in life with what they're learning now. I feel like my hope is to just get them ready for when the life after LCA.
Absolutely. Coach, who am I as a broadcaster going to be calling out quite often as to your team this upcoming Friday?
Well, I think we got a good set of linebackers, really all around from top to bottom, but starting with our captains, I think Malik Johnson, Josiah, Giatris Moala, and Matt Bailiff, along with Vita Pomee and Joshua Cook. I think those guys do a good job, and also Tucker Prescott. I think they do a great job leading our team, and so as long as they continue to lead, you know, from the front, I think we'll be okay.
Coach, we're incredibly excited for this upcoming game against the Rich Rebels and the Layton Christian Academy. Thank you so much for your time. Is there anything else that you want to cover before we end this interview?
Yes, no, I think that's great. Thank you so much for the opportunity.
Absolutely. This is Coach Ray Stowers of Layton Christian Academy. We'll go ahead and step aside after meeting with him here on 98.3 The Wildlife. Well, we're not going to step aside quite yet, but we are here. This is Cody Olson, voice of the Rich High Rebels, and this was, you've been tuned into a Bear Lake Memorial Hospital pregame coaches show on the Auto Farm Chevrolet pregame show. We'll be right back with Coach Justin Grohl, head coach for the Rich Rebels. You're listening to a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich High Rebel football on 98.3 with video coverage online at mylocalradio.com.
For years, people from all over have counted on the competent staff and first-class facilities at Bear Lake Memorial Hospital in Montpelier, Idaho. Consistently named one of the top rural hospitals in the country, Bear Lake Memorial Hospital provides a wide range of treatments, no matter what you need. Whether it be a simple visit to their expanded ER, a visit to their in-house MRI machine, or if you need more advanced treatments like chemotherapy or dialysis. The staff at Bear Lake Memorial Hospital cares about your health and will do everything they can to help you. Bear Lake Memorial Hospital in Montpelier, Idaho, the most caring hospital on earth.
Welcome again, Rich Rebel fans, to another segment of the Coaches Show. Here is Coach Justin Grohl. Coach Grohl, again, as always, great to meet with you. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Coach Grohl, we're going to go ahead and talk. There's so many kids that have come through this program that you've been able to be a part of their development over the last 3 years. I know I've had an opportunity to get to know some of these kids, meeting with them. They're fantastic. Like, these kids, homegrown, and just have the greatest light about them. Specifically, I was able to meet with Justin Adams, Riker Conk, Riley Carrillo. These kids have grown so very much. How have you, as their head coach, seen them develop over the last 3 years and what they've been able to accomplish?
You know, they've accomplished quite a bit. They've kind of moved around in different positions and grown and learned the game a little bit. You know, Justin, he started out as our center, and he's been several different places, and so he's had to move, and Riley Carrillo as well. I mean, we had him for 3 years as our quarterback, and we switched him around, so they've had to really step up and grow, because they have to learn a new position. They have to work with other people, and I think by doing that, they've learned different positions and what it takes to be there, and what to expect with the others.
It's great to see them grow and develop, and over the past 3 years, you've been able to see some boys start to become men. What is it like for you to be able to be a part of that progress and that development for them?
It's fun to watch all these kids and watch them grow up and actually mature and stuff. Their attitudes and their desires have changed, and how they either want it or, and it's fun to watch that and to see, okay, they finally are seeing the success. They're getting mature, and they're seeing that success in their body. And so it's fun to see how they transition into that phase.
It's great for me to be able to watch them specifically last week against Parowan. I don't think I saw anybody work harder, and I don't think I've highlighted a lineman more than Justin Adams against Parowan. This kid was able to just get pancakes 20 yards away from the play consistently, even coming back after getting shaken up a little bit. What has Justin meant really to be a core member of your team?
He does very well. He's a strong kid, and he wants to he's a pleaser, and he tries his hardest. So he's going to go out and pretty much give you what he has, and he's a leader, and he wants people to work hard and to go, and so he's always stepped up and been there, and the others as well with Riker, and with Riker's done the same thing, and Riley Carrillo, they've all kind of just stepped up and expected everybody, and if they haven't, they've kind of got after them and wanted them to step up and perform to their abilities.
Coach, something that maybe we're not able to see on the field per se, but something that has been very, very much worked on in practice. What has been something that these kids have been able to work on specifically that you've seen them develop from the beginning of the season up until now?
They're getting better disciplined. We're getting, especially on the offensive side of the ball, we're there's not as many turnovers and jumping off and stuff, so they're really coming together. We're able to switch things a little bit, and they're able to pick that up. So we're seeing that kind of things out there. And as we mature and as we continue on, I think it'll get better, and it'll carry over to the other aspects of defensively and whatever we need them to do.
Last year, Coach, the Rich Rebels were able to take a win against Layton Christian Academy 14-7. Does that play a part as to how your team's feeling this upcoming week, getting ready to prepare to go to Layton?
With them being a private school, it's a different team every year. So pretty much the team we see this year is there might be one, maybe two of the same kids. Other than that, it's a totally different group. So you have to prepare for them in a different way and prepare for a totally different group. So each year it's a new dynamic, and it's always to go down there. It's always usually hard to play on their field because the fans get into it and they really like it. So we're going to have our hands full, and we're going to go down there and really step up and try to compete.
We're excited, Coach. Anything else that you want to cover before we end this interview?
No, I think that's it. Thank you.
Perfect. That's Coach Justin Grohl. Coach Grohl, thank you so much for your time. Let's go ahead and step aside as we get ready for the second portion of the Coach's Show on 98.3 The Wildlife. Well, we're about 10 minutes away from kickoff. Our pregame Coach's Show has been brought to you by Bear Lake Memorial Hospital, the most caring hospital on earth. This segment of the Auto Farm Chevrolet pregame show. We'll be right back with the green scene on this Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich High Rebel football on 98.3 with video coverage online at mylocalradio.com.
Pam Cornea with Town & Country Realty in beautiful Bear Lake enthusiastically supports the Rich High Rebels.
After all, I raised 4 of them, from football, basketball, wrestling to volleyball. I supported them all. I bleed blue.
The Caribbean of the Rockies, Bear Lake, offers a variety of activities in every season. Pam would love to assist you in finding your own Bear Lake retreat. Call her today, 435-779-0012.
Welcome, Rich Rebel fans, to the Green Scene, brought to you by Pam Cornea with Town and Country Realty, selling Bear Lake in Utah and Idaho. Call Pam Cornea today at 435-779-0012. We have the Layton Christian Academy Eagles dressed in all black. Their fans out here to support their football team, and we also have the Rich Rebels out onto the field. It's a crisp. It's actually quite warm, as I am half in the sun and half out of the sun. Very beautiful outside. I wouldn't even say partly cloudy, maybe just a tint hazy, but perfect football weather. We're out here, and the fans are out as well. Congratulations to everyone that came out, made that drive through Ogden Canyon out here to support the Rich High Rebels. We're incredibly excited. Thanks to Pam Cornea with Town and Country Realty in Garden City for sponsoring today's Green Scene. We're about 8 minutes away from kickoff today. When we return, let's look back to the last time these two teams met on a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich High Rebel football on 98.3 The Wildlife.
Success is no accident. It comes from constant hard work, perseverance, sacrifice, and learning from failure. Laketown Mayor Burdett Weston and council members Dallas Clark, Chris Hodges, Gary Ogilvie, and Delora White encourage the Rich High Rebels to continue to do whatever it takes to succeed in academics, activities, and athletics. The Town Council and citizens of Laketown celebrate the success of all the students and staff in the Rich School District.
Welcome back to the Auto Farm Chevrolet pregame show. Auto Farm Chevrolet serving Rich County residents for generations. Let's take a look now at the last time these two teams met each other on the Laketown Ledger, brought to you by the town of Laketown. The last meeting was on September 18th, 2020, a 14-7 win for the Rich High Rebels. Hunter Pace threw a touchdown pass, a 15-yard touchdown pass there in that game. We'll hope to see him throw some more touchdown passes today, as Rich is 11-4 all-time against the Layton Christian Academy Eagles. We're incredibly grateful to be here at Layton Christian Academy in Wilson Field, home of the Eagles. We'd like to mention that injuries are playing a part of this game, as we will not see Justin Adams nor Riley Carrillo in this game, as they're on the sidelines in pants and in their jerseys, but not dressing up. The Rich Rebels tonight in their white tops, blue bottoms, and blue numerals. That has been the Laketown Ledger, brought to you by Town of Laketown. Special thanks to Mayor Burdett West and council members Dallas Clark, Gary Ogilvie, Eldon Robinson, and Delora Wright. Amber Drosbeck as well, the clerk. Let's go ahead and step aside really quickly on a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebel football on 98.3 The Wildlife.
Whether you're kicking up dust in the hills, making waves down on the lake, or taking advantage of the world's greatest powder, don't just hope to have fun. Take that sled by the handlebars and make your time at Bear Lake epic. Epic Recreation rents equipment and cabins for your vacation fun at beautiful Bear Lake. From watercraft large and small to UTVs, sleds, and more, Epic Recreation has it all to go on-road, off-road, or out on the Caribbean blue water. Book your adventure at epicrecreation.net.
Welcome back to Rich Rebel football here on 98.3 The Wildlife, as part of this Auto Farm Chevrolet pregame show, serving Rich County residents for generations. We're now getting close to the presentation of the colors. As we do, we will go ahead and step aside. That will be the reason why we will be quiet on air for a hot moment until we get that official signal from those who are presenting the colors. Special thanks to members of the service around the country, as the nation came together to be a part of a large community in remembrance of the attacks on 9/11 just a week or so ago. Our head officiating crew out here getting ready. We'll go ahead and step into the keys of the game. part of this is, football is a sport where you're going to get beat up a little bit, and part of the keys of the game is to embrace the grind. Football is part of life and part of high school, and we're kind of sad to see a couple of our key members of our football team not playing today. But those who are still dressed, if they can really embrace the grind and get into this, they have a real chance of playing really well against the Layton Christian Academy Eagles, stopping the rushing duo of Layton Christian Academy. We're going to be seeing Manu Vaitaki, number 1 junior from Layton Christian Academy. He's been getting quite a few yards. Take care of the football. Number 3, as we were getting into the pleasantries over the intercom, let's go ahead
and now, ladies and gentlemen, please stand
and step aside for the
south end of the field.
South end of the field, we're going to see the American flag presented.
Presentation of our colors. Please welcome cadets from the Air Force ROTC program.
This is the cadets of the ROTC program here, presenting the colors.
Hats off as the colors approach, ladies and gentlemen. These cadets, your attention please, your attention please. These cadets are college students in training to become commissioned officers in the United States Air Force or Space Force upon graduation. The Color Guard team is part of the Detachment 850, also known as the Mighty Sky Raiders. The team is led by Cadet Barrick Daboni. 4-member team representing the colors for today's game are cadets Savannah Nybo, Kanan Wright, Colby Lynch, and Jared Clayton. Their commanding officer, Lieutenant Colonel Graham Stewart. And now, ladies and gentlemen, as you are aware, 20 years ago, the nation was rocked by terrorist attacks on our soil. As we came to grips with the events of that day, we also came together as a nation to mourn those whose lives were lost and to thank and acknowledge those who helped in the rescue efforts and the healing that followed. We also continue to thank those men and women in the armed forces who promote and defend freedom here and throughout the world. There are many things we face today, 20 years later, that are trying to divide us. We are the United States of America. And while there are many differences among us, we must remain united in our fight for freedom and individual rights. Rights granted to us by Almighty God, that is life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. These athletes come here today to face each other not as enemies, not as someone to be hated, but to engage in wholesome competition, developing their skills and working as a team. And when the game ends, win or lose, we can still shake hands and call each other friend and stand united as Americans. God bless each one of us, and God bless the United States of America.
The presentation of the colors will commence and continue as these cadets will
the national anthem of the greatest country in the world.
Show off the colors for the national anthem.
Makal Pome'e.
So proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming in their still
Beautiful rendition of the national anthem will now bring a conclusion to the opening colors, as well as the conclusion of the Epic Recreation keys of the game. Make your next epic vacation epic with rentals from Epic Recreation. Find us on Facebook. Just a couple minutes away from opening kickoff now. We're going to come back, and afterwards we're going to cover the starting lineups and the coin toss for this these two great teams. Fantastic to see the colors presented, and a great weather opportunity to play some football. We're excited as both these teams are getting suited up as we salute the flag off of the field. We are now ready, and we'll just take a quick break. Special thanks to our boosters, Walmart, Atlas Home Care and Hospice, as well as Precision Family Dental. We'll go ahead, as this has been a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich High Rebel football on 98.3 The Wildlife, with video coverage at mylocalradio.com.
They say the three most important things in life for many people are their faith, their family, and their high school sports. And not necessarily in that order. Advertise where you'll get noticed. Call My Local Radio and become a sports advertiser today.
Atlas Home Care and Hospice provides skilled nursing and physical therapy services in your home in Rich County. In-home service providers include Natalie Cornea, Kylie Argyle, Brady Stokes, and Bradley Holmes. Call Atlas Home Care and Hospice today.
Welcome again, Rich Rebel fans, as onto the field the captains for each team. For Layton Christian Academy, Yeshua Cook, Matthew Byliff, Tucker Prescott, and Malik Johnson. For the Rich Rebels, I see Riker Conk, as well as James McKinnon, Eli Brooks, and one other who I can't see quite really, but the coin toss is underway. Let's go ahead and continue to touch up on those Epic Recreation keys to the game. Here on the final moments of the Auto Farm Chevrolet pregame show, embrace the grind. I can Riker Conk, our captain. Rich has decided to defer.
Number 24, Riker Hoffman. Number 53.
And the Layton Christian Academy Eagles will defend the north side of the field, the north end zone. Rich will receive first and defend the south goal. Captains will shake hands and go to their respective sidelines. We'll get ready for the kickoff. Again, touching up on the keys to the game. Embrace the grind. Football is hard. And bonding together as a team is invaluable. This Rich Rebel team really hoping to bond together today as they're going to be taking on the Layton Christian Academy Eagles, who are 3-2 on the season. Each of these respective teams looking for some bragging rights, trying to get, Rich at least trying to get their first win on the season. We're getting ready here. The teams will line up onto the field. It is football time, ladies and gentlemen. Congratulations to those joining us today in person, and thank you so much for listening on the radio. This is Cody Olson, voice of the Rich High Rebels. Thank you so much for letting me penetrate your ears to be the voice and the imagery that you need over the airwaves and also on mylocalradio.com for you wanting to watch this game. Layton Christian Academy has teed up on their 40-yard line. They're going, and they'll be kicking from the left to the right. The Rich Rebels will be coming from the south to the north, trying to get some points of their own. Back to receive, I see Trey Walker and Noah Perry for the Rich Rebels. Opening kickoff brought to you by the town of Woodruff. That kick will be fielded at around the 20-yard line. Noah Perry will be swallowed up and taken down right there.
Noah Perry, tackle made by
First
number
quarter brought
22.
to you by the Crawford Trough in Randolph, the place to eat and drink. Today's kickoff brought to you by the town of Woodruff, Mayor Scott Saby, council members Raymond Franson, Kent Stewart, Millie Bradshaw, Seiko Webb, and clerk Lisa Bell, sharing Rich Rebel pride everywhere they go. The Rich Rebels will take up their offensive possession right at the 20-yard line on the right hash. Here comes the offense for the Rich Rebels in the first quarter here. 11:56, opening snap, under center, Pace will pitch out to Trey Walker, who will try and find the corner, gets a great stiff arm, and it will be brought down right near the line of scrimmage. Try to get around the corner, not able to do so as he ran to his left. They're now situated on the near hash at the 20-yard line.
No gain on the play, second down and 10.
No gain on the play. The clock will run as it is now second down and 10 on the near hash 20. I formation, Pace under center, Riker Conk behind him, Trey Walker dotting the I in the backfield. Two wide receivers to Pace's left. He'll get the snap and hand off immediately to Walker, who will get gobbled up in the backfield and pushed out of bounds for a loss of 2 yards. On the stop, number 53, Yeshua Cook.
Also number 2, Josiah.
Third down and 12 coming up for the Rich Rebels. 0-0, you're reading on the Station on Main scoreboard.
Third down, 12 yards to go.
They line up with Pace in the shotgun, two wide receivers to either side, Conk in the backfield. He'll step back, look to his right, throw out, incomplete to Riker Conk, who will fall at his feet. He was kind of doing a bubble out to the right. It will fall incomplete again, fourth down and 12. Punt coming up for the Rich Rebels in this situation. Untimed down after this as the clock stops at 10:44. Back to punt, Trey Walker, whose cleats are firmly planted at around the 6-yard line.
Eli Tongadugu back to receive.
Here comes the punt. High and to the right, it will take a rich bounce and go out of bounds at the 48-yard line of the Layton Christian Academy Eagles. That's where they'll pick up their offense as the Layton Christian Academy Eagles come out onto the field. Short field position, almost in Rich territory, not quite.
And we got the master team running the clock and the scoreboard. We got Jared and Maria Hoagland.
Here comes the offensive possession for the Layton Christian Academy Eagles. They have been scoring lots of points lately, blowing out Gunnison Valley last week, 50-7. Back at quarterback, Zoran Patello. Patello, two wide receivers to his left in shotgun. He's going to hand off right up the middle. Here comes a run up the middle, spinning off of defenders and rolling and finally brought down after a 7-yard gain.
Josiah Moala.
That is Josiah Jetris Moala, number 2, junior running back for the Layton Christian Academy Eagles. 7-yard gain, second down and 3 from the 45-yard line of the Rich Rebels. Here they come, situated on the left hash. Patello will be under center, two wide receivers to his left. He'll stretch out and hand it off to Moala, who will get first down yardage and cut up the right hash. Up he goes, and he'll be finally brought down at the 20-yard line. There's laundry on the field right at the 40-yard line, however. Holding will be called on the offense, and they'll march him back. Not sure who that was, but it will negate. It will negate the first down yardage for the Layton Christian Academy Eagles. What would have been their first down of the game is now going to march them back second down and 8 from the midfield line. Under 10 minutes left in the first quarter, brought to you by the Crawford Trough in Randolph. The place to eat and drink. Under center, Patello with two running backs behind him, wide receivers to either side. He'll and hand off to his left. Outrunning everybody, here comes the Layton Christian Academy Eagles down to the 30, to the 20. A foot race now to the end zone, and he will score. 50-yard touchdown run by Layton Christian Academy. He found a seam right up the left side, and up he went. That is Eli Tongadogu for the Layton Christian Academy Eagles. Tongadogu will get his first points of the game as he's able to take it 50 yards to the house on a power run on the left side. Here comes the PAT attempt from Layton Christian Academy. Left-footed kicker. The snap will go haywire and up over the top of everybody. There's a fight in the backfield. He's looking to throw. He's not going to be brought down yet as that ball will be thrown, and finally it will be intercepted by Trey Walker, but it will be called incomplete. That ball snapped over the head of the holder, and he will try and fight for his life and get the extra points. We have an injured man on the field. That's Malik Johnson, the holder for Layton Christian Academy. Let's go ahead and take a quick break as we will let him catch his breath, hopefully, as he just probably got the wind knocked out of him. Layton Christian Academy up 6-0 on your Rich Rebels in the first quarter, brought to you by the Crawford Trough. This has been a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebel football on 98.3 with video coverage online at mylocalradio.com.
Sometimes you just start craving a really good, juicy burger. Add cheese, maybe some bacon, and all the fixins that make every bite even better than the bite before it. Add a side of hand-cut fries, onion rings, or crisp tater tots, and top it off with an amazing ice cream cone. Or maybe a raspberry shake. Just thinking about it makes me hungry. When your stomach is grumbling like an angry bear and your cravings call out, head right down to the Crawford Trough in Randolph. The place to eat and drink. Stop in today.
Malik Johnson able to finally get up on the play. Special thanks to the student section of Layton Christian Academy who caught my paper as it flew out of the press box. Malik Johnson able to get up, and the Rich Rebels will receive after the touchdown by Eli Tongadogu of Layton Christian Academy.
And the man in the white hat, referee Curtis Larson.
We have our officiating crew as Layton Christian Academy will tee off at the 40-yard line. Your Rich Rebels down 6-0. As the left-footed kicker of Layton Christian Academy will get ready to put the ball right back into the Rebels' hands. Trey Walker and Noah Perry back there to receive. That kick will go way back, and into the end zone it will go for a touchback. Not something that you see all the time is a high school kicker able to will that from the 40 into the end zone. Great work by the kicker, Mirko Vukovic of Layton Christian Academy. That means that the Rich Rebels will take up their offensive possession at the 20-yard line, down 6-0 in the first quarter with 9.5 minutes left. Here comes the Rich Rebel offense under center pace with Conk behind him, two wide receivers to either side. He'll get the snap and look to his left and then to his right and throw. It'll be fielded by Noah Perry, and he'll be pushed out of bounds in the flat for a no-yard gain.
Pushed out of bounds by number 2, Josiah Moala.
It will be a completion, and we'll get the call to roll the clock as we'll continue on. They started on the left hash, and now they're on the right hash.
Second down and 10.
They're lining up again here under center. Pace in the shotgun with Conk behind him. He'll look out to his left and throw it to Conk, who will not be able to reel that one in as it will fall off of his hands on a left bubble screen. They're getting pressure up the middle right at Pace, the quarterback for Rich. Pace has to get the ball out really quick, and probably just a little bit quicker than he wanted to. It's 3rd down and 10 from the 20-yard line. The Rich Rebels on their own 20 on the far hash, closer to their own sideline, which is the east side of the field. It is getting toasty out here in Layton. A little hot, as Pace will be under center with Conk behind him. He'll have trips out to the open side of the field on his left. Surveys the field, snaps, and looks to his left and throws down the field. Trey Walker down there. It's going to be intercepted at the 45-yard line by Malik Johnson of Layton Christian Academy.
Malik Johnson with the interception.
That is where they will flip the field. Layton Christian Academy will take over.
10 Eagles.
Malik Johnson, acrobatic and athletic play. He'll climb the ladder and reach up and intercept the ball from Pace at their own 45-yard line. Here comes the Layton Christian Academy Eagle offense in this first quarter, brought to you by the Crawford Trough. Here comes under center Zoram Patello, quarterback. Under center, 2 wide receivers to his right. He'll hand off to his left. There goes the running back up the sideline, and he'll be all the way down to the 27-yard line. Almost a 20-yard pickup for Josiah Getris Moala.
Takes the ball down.
Nate Woods comes up limping on the play. Just a simple run to the left as Moala finds his blockers and gets about 18 yards on that pickup.
27-yard line.
We get a rolling clock call. Here comes the Layton Christian Academy offense now at the 27-yard line of the Rich Rebels, 1st and 10, situated on the left hash. Patello in shotgun with Moala to his left. Gets the snap and will hand off to Moala right up the middle. He'll be tripped up by Riker Conk after a 4-yard gain right up the middle, but there is some laundry on the field. We'll get the call. Block in the back will be called on the Eagles. That'll push him back. As the ball where Moala fell after yardage gained, he picked up probably about 5. Right at the spot of the ball, they're going to march them all the way back. It'll be 1st down and 14 for the Layton Christian Academy Eagles. Patello with Tongadugu and Moala in the backfield. He's under center. He'll survey and then hand off, and the ball will be fumbled and scooped up again.
Ball came loose. Recovered.
The ball just fell onto the turf after being put in the breadbasket of Tongadugu, and it will be 2nd down after a loss of 2 yards. They're going to be at the 35-yard line.
Correction. 18 yards to go.
2nd down and 18 for the Layton Christian Academy Eagles. We're just under 8 minutes left in the first quarter. Brought to you by the Crawford Trough in Randolph. Cheers from the Rich side of the field to stay strong and don't let anybody behind you. Patello with Moala to his right. 2 wide receivers to his right as well on the open side of the field. Patello will survey, step back, and look down the field and huck a bomb all the way down near the goal line. It's going to be caught at the 1 and put into the end zone and pushed. Trey Walker was there, but just an acrobatic move and catch from Malik Johnson. Johnson, who had the initial interception now, will catch a 35-yard pass from Patello for the touchdown.
Zoram Patello.
Here we will update.
To Malik Johnson for the touchdown.
We will update our scoreboard as they are now up 12-0 on the Rich Rebels. Here comes the PAT attempt. Last time it went over the head of Johnson. The snap is down and booted through, towed right through the trees. No good. It'll be called no good. It went far right as the score will stay 12-0. We'll take a quick break here in the first quarter, brought to you by the Crawford Trough in Randolph. This has been a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebel football on 98.3 with video coverage online at mylocalradio.com. We'll keep it here for the fan cam as we'll go and pan to the sidelines. We have few die-hard Rich Rebel fans who have come out here to support the Rich Rebels. Congratulations to them. This is the Bear Lake Realty fan cam. Find your new home in Bear Lake at 435-946-8888. Special thanks to Gary McKee and Bear Lake Realty for making that happen. The Bear Lake Realty fan cam, always a great segment. So many people out there, and we're here to support the Rich Rebels. Unfortunately, they are down 12-0 at this moment. This opening kickoff will be taken, booted from Layton Christian Academy's own 40, fielded by Trey Walker at the 10. Trey right up the middle in the gut. He'll try and find a lane and get barreled down and taken after tripping up over his own teammate near the 26-yard line. That is where the Rich Rebel offense will take up.
Kickoff, return. Out to the 28-yard line. Correction.
Here comes the Rich Rebel offense. First down and 10 from the 26-yard line.
27.
First down. Here comes the offense for the Rich Rebels. Under center Pace with Conk behind him. He'll send Trey Walker in motion behind and give him the pitch out to the right. He'll try and find blockers, but then gets kind of swallowed up. Eventually, he'll find a small hole and get going for only, it's going to be a 2-yard loss for a pitch out to the right. Second down and 13 coming up. Under 7 minutes left in the first quarter.
24-yard line. Second down, 14.
We get the play call for the Rich Rebels as they trot out onto the field. Rich, a pipeline for all-state talent, as we've mentioned before. Since 1985, they've had more than 36, I believe, first or second team all-state. End-around play to Noah Perry will go absolutely nowhere as Layton Christian Academy shows no sign to defend the pass whatsoever. They're going to send 10 people right up the gut as they don't think Rich can push it down the field. Third down and 16 coming up for the Rich Rebels on the right hash. Seemed as though it was like a 10-man blitz. I only spotted one free safety back from the original line of scrimmage. Here comes Pace in the shotgun. He'll throw out and get intercepted. That is Manu Vaitaki for the pick six. It was a kind of throw out to the left, a bubble pass. And he'll read it perfectly and grab it and run into the end zone. Vaitaki with a 20-yard INT for a TD. Now they will go up 18-0 on the Rich Rebels. PAT attempt coming up for Layton Christian Academy. Left-footed kicker. That is Mirko Vukovic, the junior, 6 foot, 185 pounds. He's been booting it everywhere lately. Here he comes. The snap is down and up. That one will be good.
Extra point is good.
19-0 will be your reading, and we'll step aside here in the first quarter. Brought to you by the Crawford Trough, the place to eat and drink. This has been a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebel football on the Wildlife with video coverage online at mylocalradio.com.
For years, people from all over have counted on the competent staff and first-class facilities at Bear Lake Memorial Hospital in Montpelier, Idaho. Consistently named one of the top rural hospitals in the country, Bear Lake Memorial Hospital provides a wide range of treatments, no matter what you need. Whether it be a simple visit to their expanded ER, a visit to their in-house MRI machine, or if you need more advanced treatments like chemotherapy or dialysis. The staff at Bear Lake Memorial Hospital cares about your health and will do everything they can to help you. Bear Lake Memorial Hospital in Montpelier, Idaho, the most caring hospital on earth.
Correction. Loss of a yard on the play. Ball back to the 6.
Welcome back, Rich Rebel fans. We've just had some technical difficulties to our audio. However, welcome. The Rich Rebels pushing their way all the way down to the 5-yard line on an underneath screen route from Trey Walker, or received by Trey Walker. Helped out greatly by penalty yards, the Rich Rebels have gotten down all the way to the 5-yard line of Layton Christian Academy. Our audio bugged out for just a second. We appreciate you staying with us as the Rich Rebels are knocking on the door of the Eagles in the red zone. 2nd down and 6 coming up. They'll hand off to Conk, and he'll get stuffed at the line again. That's the 2nd time he's been stuffed right there. Third down now coming up for
number 29,
the Rebels.
Riker Conk, no gain on the play. Brings up 3rd and goal at the 6.
Here we go, 3rd down and goal from the 6-yard line. Situated on the left hash, here is Pace with Conk behind him, trips out to the right. Closest receiver in the slot, right off the right tackle, is Walker. Pace will roll out to his right and throw to Walker. It will fall incomplete. 4th down coming up for the Rich Rebels. 4th down and 6 coming up before pay dirt and a touchdown. If you're still with us and you kind of made it through the audio glitch right there, the Rich Rebels, after an amazing kick return by Noah Perry down to the 45 and help by multiple penalty yards, will now get down to the 6-yard line where they will line up for a field goal. Here's Trey Walker, who will boot it, and it will go wide left. The penalty marker will be down, though. We'll get the call here. That was the line judge on the Rebel sideline.
Offsides on the defense.
They're going to call an
half the distance to the goal. Replay 4th down.
They're going to call an offsides on the Eagles. It will move them half the distance to the goal, but it will remain 4th down. Walker will get another chance at kicking this field goal. We'll get a timeout called from Coach Justin Grohl. We'll take a timeout of our own as you've been here
timeout on the field.
On 98.3 The Wildlife. This has been a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebel football on mylocalradio.com as well as on 98.3 FM.
Sometimes you just start craving a really good, juicy burger. Add cheese, maybe some bacon, and all the fixins that make every bite even better than the bite before it. Add a side of hand-cut fries, onion rings, or crisp tater tots, and top it off with an amazing ice cream cone. Or maybe a raspberry shake. Just thinking about it makes me hungry. When your stomach is grumbling like an angry bear and your cravings call out, head right down to the Crawford Trough in Randolph. The place to eat and drink. Stop in today.
Welcome back, Rich Rebel fans. Rich down by 19 points here in the first quarter, but they are knocking on the door at the 3-yard line of Layton Christian Academy. Audio bugged out for just a second, but we are now back to cover the Rich Rebels for the entirety of this game. Coach Grohl has decided to put the offense onto the field. I believe that this is because of the penalty call getting now close enough.
And goal.
Under center with 2 wide receivers to either side. Here's Pace. Pace will roll out to his right and try and find a man. Walker will have it knocked down incomplete in the end zone. Walker was open, but great defense by the Layton Christian Academy Eagles. They'll take over at their own 3-yard line. Turnover on downs will lead to an offensive possession for the Layton Christian Academy Eagles. They have to drive the length of the field now in order to get into the end zone. This is Layton Christian Academy's 4th possession of the game so far.
First down, Eagles at their own 3-yard line.
Down at the 3, Patello will be under center with Moala in the backfield. He'll initially feel like he was wrapped up near the line of scrimmage, but then he'll kind of move his way and bounce off of people for about a 3-yard gain down to the 8-yard line.
Manu Vataki.
Getting a little bit of breathing room. A little bit of a breathing room for the Layton Christian Academy Eagles.
Second down, 4 yards to go.
Second down will be facing Layton Christian Academy. Second down and 5. Patello with Moala in the backfield. 2 wide receivers to his right. He'll get the snap and then hand off up to the left. He'll get a huge hole right up the middle. Goes Moala. He'll get upended at the 20-yard line, but not after a 12-yard gain.
Takes the ball out to the 22-yard line.
Pardon, this was Manu Vaitaki, not Josiah Moala. Each of these two, a dynamic duo in the backfield for Layton Christian Academy. Out to the 22-yard line. The Layton Christian Academy Eagles, Patello in the shotgun. He'll motion across and hand off there. But it will get swallowed up in the backfield. That was kind of a motion handoff there to
number 75.
Tangadugu. That will be the end of the first quarter. Thank you for joining us here. That was a first quarter brought to you by the Crawford Trough and Randolph. The Rich Rebels will be down 19 points. We'll take a quick break as you've been joining us here on a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebel football on 98.3 with video coverage online at mylocalradio.com.
For years, people from all over have counted on the competent staff and first-class facilities at Bear Lake Memorial Hospital in Montpelier, Idaho. Consistently named one of the top rural hospitals in the country, Bear Lake Memorial Hospital provides a wide range of treatments no matter what you need. Whether it be a simple visit to their expanded ER, a visit to their in-house MRI machine, or if you need more advanced treatments like chemotherapy or dialysis. The staff at Bear Lake Memorial Hospital cares about your health and will do everything they can to help you. Bear Lake Memorial Hospital in Montpelier, Idaho, the most caring hospital on earth.
Wyoming is unique. When it comes to high school sports, we might travel 6 hours to a game, but when we get there, we know the other team, their parents, and the coaches. Wyoming is like one small town with really long streets. When your travels take you to Evanston, always stay with your friends at the Best Western Dunmar Inn. Clean, comfortable rooms, a restaurant serving healthy, delicious food, and breakfast is always included. If you're bringing the team or following the team, stay with us every time you're in Evanston. The Best Western Dunmar Inn.
Welcome, Rich Rebel fans, to the second quarter brought to you by T7 Propane in Woodruff. Here comes the Layton Christian Academy Eagles with Patello in the back under center. He'll send Tangadugu in motion out to the left. He'll hand off right up the middle. Here comes Moala to the right, and he'll get about 5 yards, but we'll get another penalty marker around the 20-yard line near the line of scrimmage from our umpire.
Holding on the offense.
Holding on the offense will be called. They'll march him back as it is second down and what will be 20.
Holding on the offense. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. Replay. Second down.
Second down and 20 coming up for the Layton Christian Academy Eagles. As this is the second quarter brought to you by T7 Propane in Woodruff. For all your propane needs, call 435-793-4208. Here comes the Layton Christian Academy Eagles. Patello in the back under center. 2 wide receivers to his right. He'll hand off to Moala, who will get off the left side center, and up the field he goes down to the 20-yard line. He'll get wrapped up there by a plethora of defenders, but he'll gain yardage back to the original line of scrimmage. 3rd down coming up.
Josiah Moala on the carry. Takes the ball out to the 22-yard line.
Now on the left hash, closer to the home crowd here on the west side of the field.
Brings up 3rd down, 10 yards to go.
Down 19-0, your Rich Rebels trail. In the second quarter, here comes the Eagles. Shotgun, Patello with Vaitaki to his right. 2 wide receivers out there and 1 wide receiver to his left. He'll get the snap and hand it right off the middle. He'll go ahead. Vaitaki will cut up to the left side and out and get a stiff arm. Keep running inbounds and bowling over people to be brought down at the 40-yard line. Great run there by Vaitaki. 1st down and more. Down to the 40-yard line of the Rich Rebels.
Rebel territory on the 40-yard line. That's another Eagle.
On the left hash, just a, simple handoff to the left. And before you know it, you have 2 offensive linemen eating Rich Rebel linebackers about 8 yards down the field. And then that gives enough room for Vaitaki to get up and get some space and go. Swapping out Vaitaki for Moala. Moala will be in the back now with 2 wide receivers to either side of the field. Patello will go under center. Patello will step back and motion Tongadugu across to the right, the open side of the field. He'll roll out to his right. It will be a screen out to the left. He has a plethora of blockers and moving and rolling and rumbling to the 20, to the 10, all the way down to the touchdown. But a flag will be out onto the field around the 30. Actually, this is the 25-yard line. They're going to bring it back. Penalties against the Layton Christian Academy Eagles are keeping this game closer than what it would be without them, because that screenplay worked to absolute perfection as Josiah Giatris Moala will get the pass across the field, catching it near the numbers on the left side, and up he goes.
First down, 4
The
yards
penalty occurred so far down the field that it's still 1st down and 5. We'll get a rolling clock. Patello under center here with a tight end to his left, 2 running backs behind him. Gets the snap and will hand off to the left. Here comes Moala up the left side. He'll get 1st down yardage down to the 28-yard line. 1st down, Layton Christian Academy.
27-yard line.
19-0. The Layton Christian Academy's Eagles will be up on the Station on Main scoreboard. 10-10 remaining in the second quarter. The Eagles driving. They're at the 26-yard line of Rich High School on the left hash. 2 wide receivers to the short side of the field. They'll hand off to Moala right up the middle on a delayed handoff from the shotgun. Moala dancing and running all the way down to about the 10-yard line of Rich High School for about
Down to the 9-yard line.
a 17-yard pickup.
That's another Eagle.
1st down for the Eagles. They're in the red zone against the Rich High defense. Out here in Layton, Utah, beautiful weather, and the leaves are starting to change color. It's starting to be fall, and it is beautiful if you made the drive through Ogden Canyon. Here comes Patello with trips out to the right on the open side of the field. Vaitaki to his left in the back. He'll go ahead and step back, 5-step drop, look to his right, to his left, step up in the pocket, throw a laser beam. It will fall incomplete out of the corner of the end zone to the left.
A little too tall.
Coach Ray Stowers out onto the field. He's letting his quarterback know that that wasn't probably the best decision. Second down coming up. I believe there's a penalty marker.
Holding on the offense.
And that is another penalty call on the Eagles. I have not been keeping track, but I believe that is quite a few. The penalty yardage racked up against the Eagles will probably get around near the triple digits at this point.
And goal from the 26.
First down and goal from the 26-yard line. Here come the Eagles. Patello will be under center with Vaitaki in the backfield at running back. They'll end around counter, and the Eagles will get wrapped up there. Only he'll get about 4 yards. Matthew Bailiff will be getting the end around from the tight end position, and we have another penalty marker on the field.
Dead ball foul, unsportsmanlike conduct on the offense, 15-yard penalty.
They're going to call an unsportsmanlike conduct on the Layton Christian Academy Eagles. And quite frankly, if the penalty yardage keeps adding up, we're going to get first and goal from probably about the 50-yard line. Not quite yet. We're at the 37-yard line.
Second down and goal.
Second and goal coming up for the Layton Christian Academy Eagles. We are definitely in the triple digits in terms of penalty yardage against the Eagles at this point. Patello in the background with Vaitaki to his left. Trips out to his right. Patello will get the snap and survey. 5-step drop, look to his left and throw a bomb way down the field. They're going to find number 3, but they're going to get a defensive pass interference call as that ball will fall incomplete in the end zone. That was a shot down the field. They're going to call pass interference on Kason Johnson. He wasn't looking at the ball. He just kind of jumped up into the wide receiver, Malik Johnson.
10-yard penalty from the previous spot, automatic first down.
So penalty yardage is what's going to be moving the ball mostly in this game. It stops the clock, and it kind of makes it seem like this game's taking a little bit longer than it should. We have 8.5 minutes left in the second quarter. The penalty yardage, our leading rusher, passer, and all-around yard gainer in this game. First down and goal now at the 21-yard line. They're just trying to figure out where to spot this ball. So many penalty yards, they're losing track of where they're at, I think. They'll get the line judge and the white hat talking together. Again, it is fall here. It's starting to be fall. You know, the trees are starting to change. We're getting dots of beautiful orange and red dotting the mountain here. And it is beautiful, but it's still really, really hot as I'm in the sun here in this open booth. Here comes the Eagles. Patello will be in the shotgun, Vaitaki to his right. Tagadugu and Malik Johnson out wide left. They'll hand off to Vaitaki off the tackle, and he'll go down to the 10 to the 5 and try and reach the corner and reach in. That will be a touchdown for the Eagles. 21-yard touchdown run by Vaitaki.
21-yard touchdown run.
That's a touchdown run by Vaitaki, his second touchdown of the game. Here comes the PAT attempt for the Eagles. Layton Christian Academy up 25-0. Vucevic will attempt to boot it up. The ball is skipping off the ground. Here comes Malik Johnson, who will sprint out to the right and get the points for the two-point conversion after the botched snap goes awry. That will add 2 points. to the home team score. We'll go ahead and step aside after that touchdown by Layton Christian Academy. You've been listening to a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebel football on 98.3 The Wildlife.
Whether it's for your home, your ranch, your equipment, or your business, when you need propane, count on the best. T7 Propane in Woodruff. The safe and professional team at T7 Propane offers quality product and the most responsive propane service in the area, so you can enjoy the affordability, reliability, and efficiency of propane. For heating, cooking, grilling, motor fuel, and more, count on the team at T7 for your personal or business propane needs. 435-793-4208.
Welcome back, Rich Rebel fans, as we are now getting ready for the kickoff. The Layton Christian Academy Eagles will be up 27-0. Here comes Vucevic to boot off from the 40. Town of Woodruff kickoff to the Rich Rebels. Taken there by Noah Perry. Noah Perry with a great return last time. He'll go right up the hash up to the right and then get wrapped up there. At the 30-yard line, more flags onto the field. Why not? Let's go ahead and we'll stop the clock. As on the near side, more penalty flags will be thrown out onto the field. Block in the back on the Rich Rebels.
On the return team.
They'll push him back after the kickoff return from Noah Perry, which was initially going to go down to around the 33-yard line. We'll get pushed back a ways. Down 27-0 on the Station on Main scoreboard.
10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. First down.
First down will be coming up for the Rich Rebels at they'll walk off the yardage, and if my math serves me right, they'll go down to the 21 on the left hash. The 21-yard line is where they will pick up. Here comes the Rich Rebels on offense. We get the whistle, and we're ready to roll. Pace will have two slot receivers in really close with Conk in the backfield as the running back. In shotgun, Pace will hand off to Conk and go up the middle, make a good cut, and push forward. Conk will get picked up and pile driven into the ground after a 2-yard gain. Just kind of deadlifted by Randy Anderson.
4-yard gain on the play.
Randy Anderson for the tackle for Layton Christian Academy. He was able to pick up a little more yards than I initially thought, as he picked up around 4, 2nd down and 6 coming up for the Rich Rebels at the 25-yard line. Under center, Pace. 2 wide receivers out to the left. He'll hand off to Conk again. Conk will get wrapped up and thrown forward for about a gain of 3 inches. 3rd down and 6 coming up for
the ball carrier for the Rebels.
For the Rich Rebels. I'm your voice of the Rich Rebels, Cody Olson, here in Layton, Utah, at Wilson Field, home of the Eagles.
It's 3rd down, Eagles.
As we kind of discussed previously in the coaches show, Coach Stowers, these kids are learning here at Layton Christian Academy, but he wants to teach them discipline and more about life through the means of football. That's really what football is all about. Here's Pace under center. He'll go ahead and end around to Trey Walker. Trey will get some great yardage going around to the left. He'll go ahead down the sidelines. He goes almost to a foot race.
Number 3, the ball carrier.
And he'll get pushed down around the 41-yard line, kind of an end around to the left. Trey Walker will get the handoff and get first down yardage. That is an LSR refrigerated first down. Darren, Tricia, and the entire Wallenstein family wish the Rebels good luck in all that they do. We'd love to see a couple more of those LSR refrigerated first downs. Good play design and misdirection, as play action one way will lead to a handoff to Trey Walker going from right to left, and up the sideline he goes. In the shotgun, Pace will roll out to his right and throw to Trey Walker, who will grab it around the 40-yard line and cut up the field. Down to the 45-yard line, and we'll get a block in the back.
Austin Wilkerson.
Block in the back will probably be called on the Rich Rebels, as Walker was tackled at the 45-yard line. They'll call that on Levi Stonehouse, as he just wasn't in good position to block. Just took someone right in the back, trying to make room for Walker.
On the offense, 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul.
It will be first down and 13, I believe. Yep. First down and 13 for the Rich Rebels.
First down.
In the second quarter, 6 minutes left here in this T7 Propane and Woodruff second quarter. Yardage has been gained by the Rich Rebels as they have picked up a first down already in the I formation. Pace will hand off to Conk. Conk will slick behind a couple defenders and get great yardage, running out to about the 45-yard line, spun around. He'll pick up about 10 yards. Great run by Riker Conk.
Number 29, Riker Conk, ball carrier. Takes the ball out to the 45-yard line.
Second down and 3 coming up for the Rich Rebels on the left hash.
Brings up second down, 3 yards to go for the Rebels.
Going from left to right on your radio dial, they're swapping out, that is Layton Christian Academy swapping out their defensive line. Just a player package substitution. Here's Pace under center in I formation. Conk and Walker will get a false start on Noah Perry, and they'll back him up.
False start on the offense, 5-yard penalty, still second down.
Second down will remain, but they'll push them back just a little ways. Just playing a game against themselves, they'll gain some yardage on a run, and then penalty yards will push them back. Both these teams doing a pretty good job of playing, against the penalty yardage that they're creating. They'll stay in that formation. 2 wide receivers out to the right and 2 running backs behind Pace under center. End around there to Noah Perry. Noah will get wrapped up there by Moala. Good read by linebacker Josiah Moala, as third down and 7 will come up at about the 40-yard line.
Noah Perry. Ball's on the 41-yard line, third down.
41-yard line for the Rich Rebels. Quick substitution. They could probably get too many men on the field. We're trying to get a timeout called by Ray Stowers. It's probably smart, as his team had a little bit of a miscommunication in their substitution package. Layton Christian Academy will take their timeout. This has been a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebel football on 98.3, The Wildlife, with video coverage online at mylocalradio.com.
Wyoming is unique. When it comes to high school sports, we might travel 6 hours to a game, but when we get there, we know the other team, their parents, and the coaches. Wyoming is like one small town with really long streets. When your travels take you to Evanston, always stay with your friends at the Best Western Dunmar Inn. Clean, comfortable rooms, a restaurant serving healthy, delicious food, and breakfast is always included. If you're bringing the team or following the team, stay with us every time you're in Evanston. The Best Western Dunmar Inn.
Welcome back, Rich Rebel fans, as the timeout taken by Layton Christian Academy, needed because the substitution package was just kind of being confused on the field. Too many men out there, so Coach Ray Stowers decides to take a timeout before they get a penalty. Rich High School has been an all-state talent pipeline since its opening 36 years ago. Rich High School has been a pipeline for all-state talent. We'll touch up a little bit more as Conk will get the play action, and then here comes Trey Walker. He'll try and make the most out of a bad situation and get all the way down to about the 36-yard line. Fourth down and 3 maybe 4th down and 2 coming up for the Rich Rebels.
On the tackle.
As I said, 36 years ago,
Of the line to gain. Brings up 4th down.
since 1985, Rich has seen overall 138 kids select into either a first or second team All-State.
47-yard line.
That's amazing numbers in 1A. 4th down and 1 coming up for the Rebels as the line will be stacked. I formation, Pace under center. He'll try and do it himself. Push, push. And he'll probably get first down yardage. Doggy pile on top of quarterback Pace, but he will get first down yardage. That's an LSR refrigerated first down.
Hunter Pace on the keeper.
Good.
First down, Rebels.
Good keeper. Quarterback sneak will go down to about the 49-yard line of the Rich Rebels. First down and 10. They got to get to the 41 for a first down. Pace decided to do it himself as he took the ball and just moved the pile forward for first down yardage on 4th and 1. They're going to stay in this formation. 2 wide receivers to the right, under center with 2 running backs behind him. They'll go ahead and hand it off to Conk, but Conk will not get anywhere. He'll lose 1 yard after the dive play right up the middle. Nate Woods will come in with the play. 3 minutes left before halftime. Your Rich Rebels down 27-0. Here we go, 2 wide receivers to either side. On the open side of the field is Walker in the slot. Pace under center, he'll step back, 5-step drop, and get sacked. The ball will come out. We'll see if it was a forward pass. I believe he might have got it off for an incompletion. Yep, he did. It was an incomplete pass. No. They'll call it a sack. I don't know what they did on that play exactly because the ball came out and they motioned incomplete, but they actually pushed the Rebels back 4 yards. I don't quite understand what that was, to be completely frank with you. But here comes the Rich Rebels, 3rd down and 15 coming up with trips out to the left. Pace will roll out to his left, try and set his feet and throw it down the field. He'll be incomplete at the 45-yard line, intended for Trey Walker. 4th down and 15 coming up. Yeah, on that last play, Hunter Pace will get wrapped up, and then they will blow the play incomplete as the ball came out. But then they move him back about 4 yards. I don't. Either it was a sack and you move him back farther than that, or it's an incompletion. I mean, like if they gave him the benefit of the doubt and gave him forward progress, perhaps maybe that would be the place. But the officiating crew will gather together now at the 42-yard line. I believe it's 4th down and 15 coming up. Fourth down and 15 coming up for the Rich Rebels at the 44-yard line.
Ball's on the 44-yard line. 3rd down. 15 yards to go.
So I think it's 3rd down now. Either I'm really behind and not paying attention, or something's happening here. 3rd down and 15 coming up for the Rich Rebels. Nate Woods will be out here on an island on the right. And another stoppage of play. Here comes the referee. They'll talk again. 2 minutes remain before the end of the first quarter here. We're in a T7 Propane and Woodruff second quarter. For all your propane needs, please call 435-793-4208. See.
It's 4th down. 4th down. 15 yards to go.
See, it is 4th down. I was correct. I thought I was going crazy for half a second, but apparently not. Here's 4th down and 15. Trey Walker will punt for the Rich Rebels. Great punt. It will be fielded there by Vaitaki at the 25-yard line. Up he goes, up the middle of the hashes, all the way into the arms of the waiting arms of Riker Conk, who will tackle him down at the 45-yard line of the Rich Rebels. Here comes some more penalty yardage.
Penalty marker on the return.
3rd down. Well, not 3rd down. It's 1 minute and 38 seconds remain in the first half. We'll get a call. Block in the back on the punt return on the Layton Christian Academy Eagles. That will push them back. Instead of at their own 45, they'll go down to their own 30.
Takes the ball back to the 30-yard line, 1st and 10, Eagles. Minute and a half remain in the first half.
1 minute and 38 seconds before halftime. The Layton Christian Academy Eagles will attempt to get some points before the end of the first half. Patello will be under center. 2 wide receivers way out there and running back behind him. He'll go ahead, and a pulling guard will signal that the run play is upon us, and that is Moala, who will get 6 yards right off of the pulling guard to the left.
Tackle made by number 8.
Clock will continue to run.
And number 53.
2nd down and 4 coming up.
2nd down, 3 yards to go.
2nd down and 3 from the 37-yard line. Patello will be under center with 2 wide receivers to either side. He'll wait for his wide receiver out there to get set. Under center. Gets the snap and hands off to Moala, who will cut off the right side and get wrapped up there. Some more penalty yardage. I think we might break a world record, perhaps, for penalties called in this game. That was the line judge on the Rich sideline.
Holding on the offense.
Holding on the offense will be called on the Layton Christian Academy Eagles.
Replay 2nd down.
Probably 150-plus yards of penalty yards alone against the Layton Christian Academy Eagles. Clock will run as they get pushed back 2nd and 12 now from their own 27-yard line. Patello will be in shotgun with trips out to his right. Gets the snap and looks down the field. He'll huck it again way down there for Malik Johnson. Malik Johnson will get underneath it, grab it at the 30, and run in for the touchdown. That is a 72-yard touchdown pass from Patello to Malik Johnson. Johnson
74-yard touchdown pass.
Will get his 2nd TD of the game.
Patello to Malik Johnson.
That will bring the Layton Christian Academy Eagles up to 33 in this game. Here comes the PAT.
Vukovic for the extra point.
Vukovic will attempt the PAT here. Down and up it goes, and it will be good through the uprights.
Extra point up and good. Mirko Vukovic.
34-0 is your reading with 28 seconds left in the second quarter. We'll take a step aside as this has been a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebel football on 98.3 with live video coverage online at mylocalradio.com.
Whether it's for your home, your ranch, your equipment, or your business, when you need propane, count on the best. T7 Propane in Woodruff. The safe and professional team at T7 Propane offers quality product and the most responsive propane service in the area, so you can enjoy the affordability, reliability, and efficiency of propane. For heating, cooking, grilling, motor fuel, and more, count on the team at T7 for your personal or business propane needs. 435-793-4208.
Welcome back, Rich Rebel fans, to the second quarter brought to you by T7 Propane in Woodruff. The Layton Christian Academy Eagles on a 74-yard touchdown pass from Patello to Malik Johnson will bring them up 34-0 on the Rich Rebels. Here comes the kick from Vucevic. Knuckleball will bounce off of the fingertips there of the Rich Rebels, and they will be fielded all the way down to about the 16-yard line.
Number 11 on the return.
Number 11
for the Rich Rebels on the return. Tackle made by number 23.
So
Felix von Sievers.
great reception and kick return off of a kind of a muffed punt. It was kind of a knuckleball kind of deal, but they were able to grab it and bring it back to at least the 17-yard line after he picked it up around the 9. Right in between the hashes, the Rich Rebels will pick up on offense. 22 seconds separate them from halftime. I believe they're in more or less a formation to knee. They will knee the ball, and we will go into halftime. That will be your halftime score, 34-0. We'll take a step aside here, as this has been a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebel football on 98.3, with video coverage online at mylocalradio.com.
In the state where life is elevated, live your life in a higher gear. Cash Honda Yamaha can help you enjoy our beautiful local terrain, whether it's in the valleys, mountains, snow, or water. So get out and enjoy all nature has to offer at a higher speed. Visit Cash Honda Yamaha in Cache Valley to start living your life at your new speed. Visit us in Hyde Park, just north of Logan, Utah.
They say the 3 most important things in life for many people are their faith, their family, and their high school sports. And not necessarily in that order. Advertise where you'll get noticed. Call My Local Radio and become a sports advertiser today.
Time flies, especially when you're having fun. This is Jeremy Rex, manager at T-Bar S in Evanston. It's hard to believe that we've been here almost a year with our new management team and staff. Did you know that you can have your vehicle detailed, your windshield replaced, chip repair done, or get your trailer refinished or rewired at T-Bar S? Of course, we are a full-service collision repair shop, too. You can even change your oil and your brakes. Visit T-Bar S today. Let T-Bar fix your car. 515 County Road, Evanston.
Nothing makes your kid feel like a superstar more than seeing his or her very own Fathead in the stands. Fathead car decals and yard signs are inexpensive and easy to get at Rocky Mountain Sign in Evanston. Whether it's for the big game or to cheer on the high school band, our children make us proud in so many ways. Show your pride today. Go Rebels! West Star Printing and Rocky Mountain Sign, 243 7th Street, Evanston.
This is the Elling Ford Brothers halftime show in Evanston for all your sand, gravel, and cement and steel needs. Elling Ford Brothers, serving customers for 5 generations. Let's give a brief recap of the half. Opening score will be taken by Eli Tongadugu. 50-yard touchdown run for the Layton Christian Academy Eagles early in the first quarter. And then Malik Johnson will get an interception off of quarterback Hunter Pace in the first quarter. And then after the turnover, he'll actually get a 35-yard passing reception from Patello for the score. They'll be up after the muffed PAT. They'll be up 12-0. Vaitaki will get an interception of his own, and then 20-yard touchdown run, followed by another 21-yard touchdown run. And then tapped off there, Johnson will get a 73-yard touchdown pass. The Rich Rebels able to get pretty close, down to the 3-yard line after the aid of great effort by Trey Walker and some penalty yardage get them down there. That's kind of like the recap of the first half. Your halftime score on the Station on Main scoreboard, 34-0. 34-0 will be your reading on the Station on Main scoreboard at the half. A part of the Elling Ford Brothers halftime show with a standout student interview. We'll go ahead and talk with Ryan Leifson. Great interview as he's able to touch up a little bit more as to what's happening in school for himself and cross country. That student interview is brought to you by Western Ag Credit. And this has been a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich High Rebel football on 98.3 FM with video coverage online at mylocalradio.com. Welcome, Rich Rebel fans, to another edition of Outstanding Student. I'm here with Ryan Leifson, a man and someone who is not, I guess, afraid of these interviews. No stranger to Outstanding Student. Ryan, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Ryan, I am incredibly stoked to be able to interview you for Outstanding Student. I assume you probably have your script for how many times you've done this before and stuff like that, I hope. And Ryan, I pulled you out of the class right now. What are you learning right now?
Right now I'm taking seminary from my father, I guess. And, it's nice to get away from the school and have a little time for Jesus.
There you go. Good. That's a great principle. Great principle. You're learning the secrets of life, the universe, and being one with yourself, as opposed to what you do in school. What kind of things are you interested in school-wise, academically, right now?
Right now, I'm really interested in criminal justice. I would really like to have a career in that, but that's not always an option. But it would be really cool to go into criminal justice, and yeah.
I guess my question along with that is, do you have a school picked out that allows you to follow criminal justice? I'm not an expert, but I believe the University of Utah has something along those lines. What are you thinking?
Yeah, so I've heard Weber has a really good program, but I applied for SUU and I've been accepted, so I've been really thinking about going to SUU right now.
SUU is a fantastic school, and criminal justice is kind of the main focus right now. Is there anything else that you have to fall back onto in case that doesn't pan out?
Lots of my family members have done physical therapy, and I know that I could probably do that as well. But yeah, if it comes to that, I could always fall back that or on teaching what my father does.
Well, I know that your dad is a great, great man, and it's super fantastic to have him to be a part of this community. Speaking of community, Ryan, what does it mean to you to really be a Rich High Rebel? This is kind of a loaded question, but I hope that you have maybe something off the top of your head that what it means to be a Rich High Rebel.
Honestly, I think it just means being a kind person, looking for opportunities to be nice to people. And honestly, what it means for me most to be a rebel is to not give up. I've had lots of siblings that are rebels, and I know none of them would ever give up, and also being a good example. All my siblings were great examples of being a rebel, and you just gotta look out for that and be the bigger person, I guess.
There you go. I think that's really important to be able to never give up, have your goals in line, and focus about this kind of stuff. Ryan, I guess outside of school and outside of, seminary, what is it that you kind of do here in Randolph? What kind of squad are you rolling with right now?
I guess I'm sort of the nerd squad, I guess. I like to play video games with my friends, but I end up doing most of my time practicing for cross country and going on runs and, just training.
There you go. Well, hey man, I do video games too. Whatever group that you're rolling with, I know that you're a standout young man. Were you able to go to the cross country meet in Park City last week?
Yes, I was, and it was a pretty big meet. You had like 6A schools there, but they split it out so it wasn't as bad, and there was about 100 racers, and I was in the top 20.
There you go. Congratulations there. I should be interviewing you for cross country, if anything, right now. Tell me a little bit about how the team performed and what the overall atmosphere was for cross country down in Park City.
It was pretty good. There was a lot of hills. The team did really good. I was the fastest on the team for the guys. Not a lot of girls showed up, but they did really well. None of us took last, so that's an achievement.
What is it like to be coached by Coach Worthland? Who is he as a coach, and what has he done for you?
He likes to get very personal with you. He sets a goal for you to accomplish, and then after that, we just go for the goals. And after you get that goal, he immediately comes up with a new goal, and it seems to really work.
I know that Coach Worthland is very proud of how the team did at Park City, and I'll be able to interview him pretty soon. Ryan, is there anything else that you kind of want to cover in terms of what you love about Rich High School?
No, not really. I just get a group of friends, and I stick with them, and I have fun.
There you go, Ryan. You are a gentleman and a scholar, and I am glad that you are a part of this community. No matter what you do, whether it's gaming out, whether it's running really hard, it's an honor to be able to interview you, Ryan. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you for your time.
That's Ryan Leifson. We're going to go ahead and step aside as this has been our Outstanding Student of the Week. Outstanding Student of the Week, Ryan Leifson. He was an absolute stud of an interview. Ryan getting it done in cross country. We took this Outstanding Student interview just a tad bit early in our Ellingford Halftime Brothers halftime show. We're about 6.5 minutes away from kickoff of the second half. It will go to the Layton Christian Academy Eagles. We'll go ahead and take a break. After we come back, we'll talk a little bit more about Ryan just a little bit and get ready for the second half kickoff. This has been a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebel football on 98.3 with video coverage online at mylocalradio.com.
At Ellingford Brothers, we're known for an excellent steel shop and quality cement. We also provide other products all year round. Sand and different sizes of gravel for road base and landscaping in the summer and fall. Traction in the winter and mud control in the spring. Bark for landscaping in the summer and winterization in the fall. And topsoil. Spring, summer, and fall. Prices are always honest. Pickup or delivery. Ellingford Brothers, your year-round source for so many things. Stop in today at 221 County Road in Evanston.
When it comes to farming and ranching, it makes good sense to work with a lender who understands finance and agriculture. Western Ag Credit is an independent cooperative owned by the farmers and ranchers who borrow from it. With competitive rates, your loan is tailored to match your business needs. Real estate, livestock, equipment, and operating expenses. When it comes to farming and ranching financing, Western Ag Credit in Evanston is your partner in agriculture.
Welcome back, Rich Rebel fans, to the Ellingford Brothers halftime show. Our outstanding students, we talked with Ryan Leifson, and he was able to get top 20 in the Park City cross-country meet last Friday. Good for him as he's able to get into that top 20 and kind of show his Rich Rebel pride a little bit. Super great to be able to meet with him and to show some Rebel pride in especially cross country. Doesn't happen incredibly often that something like that in top 20 against those big schools, you know. Ryan Leifson able to do that, however. Good for him, as he is our outstanding student of the week. We're in the halftime show. The Layton Christian Academy Eagles will be up 35-0 on your Rich Rebels to begin the second half. It is incredibly hot here, but fall is in the air. We have about 3 minutes left until halftime. I want to touch up a little bit on the all-time Laketown Ledger. We touched up a little bit on it in the pregame show. The Rich Rebels lead this all-time series 11-4. Last time these two teams played, the Rebels won back in the 2020 season, 18th of September, 14-7. Sophomore Hunter Pace threw one pass for a touchdown in that game. Riley Carrillo threw for 111 yards and ran for 54 on the ground. Good for him. And we're hoping to see a little bit of fight back in the Rebels as they come back. The Rich Rebels will come out and fight to stay in this game. And Hunter Pace will stay under center for quarterback. We will not see Justin Adams nor Riley Carrillo in this game. They're both injured at the moment and have not suited up. We'd like to thank Western Ag Credit, your partner in agriculture, a lender who understands finance and agriculture, 848 Front Street in Evanston, for helping us out with our Outstanding Student of the Week. Up next on the Ellingford Brothers Halftime Show, we'll recap the highlights from the first half, brought to you by Rich County Government, Rebels with a Champion Cause. And we'll bring you back as the station on main scoreboard will read 34-0. 3 minutes until the start of the second half. This has been a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich High Rebel football on 98.3 FM with video coverage online at mylocalradio.com.
Who are royalty.
In 4-H, we believe young people have the power and influence to improve the world around us. With hands-on learning and education programs, 4-H members pledge their head to clearer thinking, their heart to greater loyalty, their hands to larger service, and their health to better living. To learn more about 4-H in Rich County, stop by our office in the county building in Randolph or give us a call at 435-793-2435. 4-H, empowering young people with the skills to lead for a lifetime.
Proudly serving the people of Randolph and Hiram, Utah since 1997. Dr. Sean Grohl with Comprehensive Family Dental offers dentistry for patients of all ages. Great care, positive environment, and fair prices. Call for an appointment today.
In 4-H, we believe...
About a minute left here in the halftime break. This is the Ellingford Brothers Halftime Show. Today on our little segment recapping the highlights, we'll go ahead and touch up as Layton Christian Academy will be up 34-0 on the Rich Rebels. Malik Johnson has an interception and 2 touchdown receptions. He'll be over 110 yards receiving, as Patello will be about 135 yards passing. Those bombs to Johnson for each of his touchdown receptions will kind of get him up there. Vaitaki for Layton Christian Academy will have 2 rushing touchdowns, and probably he's sitting at about 60 yards rushing. The dynamic duo for Layton Christian Academy doing their job. Trey Walker, so far, putting up quite a bit of a fight for the Rich Rebels as he's been trying to will them into the end zone. They've been as close as the 3-yard line, but not able to punch that one in. They were able to get a shovel pass underneath to Trey Walker, and he found a little bit of room up through the middle, and he got brought down all the way down near the 3-yard line in the second quarter. But not able to get some score, not able to get points. This has been a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebel football on 98.3 FM with video coverage online at mylocalradio.com. This has been the Ellingford Brothers Halftime Show, and we'll go ahead and step aside here on 98.3 The Wild Live and at mylocalradio.com.
America keeps moving, and Auto Farm Chevrolet is here to help you keep rolling. Whether you need a brand new vehicle or service on one you already own, Auto Farm Chevrolet is here to lend a helping hand. Our certified mechanics are knowledgeable, and our sales team takes the time to get to know you and what your needs are.
Welcome back is the start of the third quarter. Kickoff will be received by the Layton Christian Academy Eagles at the 22-yard line. A pitch out on the reception on the kickoff will be taken by Tongadugu, and he'll go 80 yards to the house on a kickoff return. It was more or less a rugby pitch from Vaitaki, who received it at the opposing 20-yard line on the east side of the field, ran up about 5 yards, and a la Magic City Miracle by the Tennessee Titans, flipped it across the field to Tongadugu, and he took it right at the 20-yard line, and he's going to go 80 yards to the house on a kickoff return. for a touchdown. Great work by Layton Christian Academy.
On for the extra point.
80-yard kickoff return. And here's the PAT attempt for Layton Christian Academy. Snap is down, kind of bobbled, and he'll be called down because he got back up onto his feet and then back down onto his knee. It will stay at 40-0. We'll keep it here. That has been the conclusion of the Ellingford Brothers halftime show in Ellingford Brothers in Evanston. The best in specialized services, including steel fabrication, gravel, road base, cement, and more. Now into the third quarter, brought to you by the town of Woodruff. Mayor Scott Sabey, council members Raymond Franson, Kent Stewart, Millie Bradshaw, Seiko Webb, and clerk Lisa Bell sharing Rich Rebel pride. The opening kickoff will be taken by the Layton Christian Academy Eagles by Tangadugu on a pitch. And he'll take it 80 yards to the house, and they will be up 40-0. Your voice of the Rich High Rebels here, Cody Olson. Let's see if the Rich Rebels can do the exact same. I mean, what do you have to lose? Why not? Why not pitch it back? Why not do something fancy? You know? So Layton Christian Academy will kick off, and that kickoff is a town of Woodruff kickoff. Third quarter brought to you by the town of Randolph. That kick is going to be fielded by Noah Perry. He's going to drop it around the 20-yard line and try and circle back around, try and get some room, and he'll get speared right in the ribs and down at the 18-yard line.
Number 2 on the return, Noah Perry.
Again, this is the third quarter brought to you by the town of Randolph, home of the Rich Rebels. Good luck from Mayor Lynn West and board members Sim Bell, Brian Wires, Larry Kennedy, Melanie Lamb, and clerk Lana Peart. Here come the Rich Rebels on offense. They're going to be situated. They actually gave Noah Perry all the way up to the 20-yard line. They're moving from south to north. Pace will be under center with 2 wide receivers to either side. Here's Trey Walker, and he'll get the pitch out to the right. He'll get a block from Conk, but then get blown up for about a 4-yard loss.
Trey Walker, tackle made by number 7, Matthew Bailiff.
And he got whacked.
Injured player.
And they're going to have to call
on the play
some the training staff to come help out Walker. We'll take a break here. This has been a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebel football on 98.3 The Wildlife, with video coverage online at mylocalradio.com.
Randolph, Utah is a town of extremes. At an elevation of almost 6,300 feet and with temperatures over 90 in the summer and often 40 below in the winter, the folks who call Randolph home have to be a hardy crew. Maybe that's one reason the simple things in life mean so much to Rich County. Residents value hard work, education, respect, a love for God, family, and country, and being a good neighbor. Mayor Lynn Weston and the town board proudly support the Rich Rebels and hope you'll be able to visit soon and come back often.
For years, people from all over have counted on the competent staff and first-class facilities at Bear Lake Memorial Hospital in Montpelier, Idaho. Consistently named one of the top rural hospitals in the country, Bear Lake Memorial Hospital provides a wide range of treatments, no matter what you need. Whether it be a simple visit to their expanded ER, a visit to their in-house MRI machine, or if you need more advanced treatments like chemotherapy or dialysis. The staff at Bear Lake Memorial Hospital cares about your health and will do everything they can to help you. Bear Lake Memorial Hospital in Montpelier, Idaho, the most caring hospital on earth.
Wyoming is unique. When it comes to high school sports, we might travel 6 hours to a game, but when we get there, we know the other team, their parents, and the coaches. Wyoming is like one small town with really long streets. When your travels take you to Evanston, always stay with your friends at the Best Western Dunmar Inn. Clean, comfortable rooms, a restaurant serving healthy, delicious food, and breakfast is always included. If you're bringing the team or following the team, stay with us every time you're in Evanston. The Best Western Dunmar Inn.
Time flies, especially when you're having fun. This is Jeremy Rex, manager at T-Bar S in Evanston. It's hard to believe that we've been here almost a year with our new management team and staff. Did you know that you can have your vehicle detailed, your windshield replaced, chip repair done, or get your trailer refinished or rewired at T-Bar S? Of course, we are a full-service collision repair shop too. You can even change your oil and your brakes. Visit T-Bar S today. Let T-Bar fix your car. 515 County Road, Evanston.
In the state where life is elevated, live your life in a higher gear. Cash Honda Yamaha can help you enjoy our beautiful local terrain, whether it's in the valleys, mountains, snow, or water. So get out and enjoy all nature has to offer at a higher speed. Visit Cash Honda Yamaha in Cache Valley to start living your life at your new speed. Visit us in Hyde Park, just north of Logan, Utah. In the state where life is elevated, live your life in a higher gear. Cash Honda Yamaha can help you enjoy our beautiful local terrain, whether it's in the valleys, mountains, snow, or water. So get out and enjoy all nature has to offer at a higher speed. Visit Cash Honda Yamaha in Cache Valley to start living your life at your new speed. Visit us in Hyde Park, just north of Logan, Utah.
They say the three most important things in life for many people are their faith, their family, and their high school sports. And not necessarily in that order. Advertise where you'll get noticed. Call My Local Radio and become a sports advertiser today.
Time flies, especially when you're having fun. This is Jeremy Rex, manager at T-Bar S in Evanston. It's hard to believe that we've been here almost a year with our new management team and staff. Did you know that you can have your vehicle detailed, your windshield replaced, chip repair done, or get your trailer refinished or rewired at T-Bar S? Of course, we are a full-service collision repair shop too. You can even change your oil and your brakes. Visit T-Bar S today. Let T-Bar fix your car. 515 County Road, Evanston.
Nothing makes your kid feel like a superstar more than seeing his or her very own Fathead in the stands. Fathead car decals and yard signs are inexpensive and easy to get at Rocky Mountain Sign in Evanston. Whether it's for the big game or to cheer on the high school band, our children make us proud in so many ways. Show your pride today. Go Rebels! West Star Printing and Rocky Mountain Sign, 243 7th Street, Evanston.
Welcome back, Rich Rebel fans. Trey Walker able to get to his feet. He's going to be helped up off the field. We hope that he's all right. Injuries have played a real part in the Rich Rebel football season. The Rich Rebels are going to take up again after Trey Walker kind of got banged up on the play. They'll go ahead and pick up now, 2nd down and 15 with 10.5 minutes left in the third quarter, brought to you by the town of Randolph, home of the Rich Rebels. Good luck from Mayor Lynn West and board members Sim Bale, Brian Wires, Larry Kennedy, Melanie Lamb, and clerk Lana Peart. Trey Walker will get looked at on the sideline. As we'll wait for the call for the Rich Rebels to start on their offensive drive. Their first offensive drive of the second half, hoping to get some yardage. They were kind of held to minimal yardage in the first half, and hopefully they're able to get something going here. Pace will be under center with Conk behind him and 2 wide receivers to either side in the smack dab middle of the hashes. Pace will throw out into the flat, incomplete, intended for Noah Perry.
Brings up 3rd down.
3rd down and 15 coming up for the Rich Rebels. Fall starting to be seen on the mountains here. It is beautiful as the dots of orange are speckling the landscape. Here's Pace again under center. In the same formation, he'll look across the middle and find Noah Perry for a completion down to the 20-yard line. 4th down and 10, though, coming up.
Complete to number 2, Noah Perry.
Good find for
Johnson on the coverage.
Pace in a little shallow crossing route right across the middle. Noah Perry will grab it and snag it and be brought down immediately at the 20-yard line. Pace will be back to punt for the Rich Rebels. Tangadugu will be back to receive around the 50-yard line. Pace will get a boot underneath it. Right at the 50, he'll be called for a fair catch. Right at the 46-yard line, Tangadugu.
The 48-yard line.
We'll catch that, and we'll get a running clock now.
First and 10, Layton Christian Academy.
Layton Christian Academy will now strut out onto the field for their offense. They scored points in the third quarter, but not by their offense, by their special teams unit. That was an 80-yard kickoff return by Tangadugu, who got a pitch, almost Magic Music City Miracle style, if you've ever seen the play from the Tennessee Titans. Able to grab that and then sprint right down the middle of the field for an 80-yard kickoff return. Patello under center. He'll go off and hand off right up the middle for Moala. He'll get a great block and go right up the middle all the way down, and he will score on a 50-yard touchdown run off of the tackle on the left side.
Touchdown, Eagles.
Josiah Moala will get a 50-yard touchdown run. 46-0, you're reading on the Station on Main scoreboard. Moala, that will be his first touchdown of the game. As the PAT comes up for Layton Christian Academy.
I'll start on the offense. 5-yard penalty. Replay the try.
They'll get a false start on Layton Christian Academy. That will back them up just a little bit, make the PAT a little more challenging for Vucevic, the left-footed kicker from Layton Christian Academy. 50-yard touchdown run by Josiah Moala. Here's Vucevic lining up for the PAT. 25-yard PAT about. He'll take it, and that will be skyrocketed. Probably about 20 yards above the top of the uprights, and it will be good. Smack down the middle. We'll take a break, as this has been a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebel football on 98.3 The Wildlife, with video coverage online at mylocalradio.com.
Randolph, Utah is a town of extremes. At an elevation of almost 6,300 feet and with temperatures over 90 in the summer and often 40 below in the winter, the folks who call Randolph home have to be a hardy crew. Maybe that's one reason the simple things in life mean so much to Rich County. Residents value hard work, education, respect, a love for God, family, and country, and being a good neighbor. Mayor Lynn Weston and the town board proudly support the Rich Rebels and hope you'll be able to visit soon and come back often.
Welcoming you back to the third quarter, brought to you by the town of Randolph. Layton Christian Academy will be up 47-0 on your Rich Rebels. Kickoff there. Will take a bounce at the 10 and go almost out of bounds. Noah Perry has to pick it up, and he'll hurdle a man and then go down to about the 20-yard line. Tried to get that to go out of bounds.
Kickoff return by number 2.
I mean, the only thing else that he could possibly do is get down on his knees and then blow the ball out of bounds, and I believe that's happened a couple times. I've seen it in baseball. Down the line, the baseball will go, and someone will try and blow some air across the ball, across the foul line. That thing was about 2 inches close to the out of bounds mark on that kickoff. Here comes the Rich Rebel offense. They will be situated at the 20-yard line, 1st and 10 on the right hash. Pace will try and general his men, putting people into position. He'll go under center with Conk behind him. 2 wide receivers out to his left. He'll go down and pitch it off, and the ball will be incidentally
considered a forward pass.
called incomplete.
Pitch was forward.
Tried to pitch forward, and the ball will go incomplete. That ball was, I believe, it almost looked like it were a live ball. As Pace was trying to find fellow teammate Raiden Lutz, the sophomore, in at running back now in this third quarter. 4 minutes now left in the third quarter, brought to you by the town of Randolph. Looking for an LSR refrigerated first down. Rich Rebels 2nd down and 10 from the 20-yard line. Pace will be in the shotgun with 2 wide receivers to either side. Conk behind him. He'll step back and look to his left, run for his life out to his right, and scurry his way up the field near first down yardage. He'll be stopped probably about a yard short.
Hunter Pace.
2nd down.
At the 30-yard line.
Actually, we'll get a call for first down Rebels. That's an LSR refrigerated first down. Darren, Tricia, and the entire Wallentine family wish the Rebels good luck. That was a scramble for your life play by Pace out to the right side near the away sideline. Clock will continue to tick down as part of this third quarter. Pace under center with trips out to his left. He'll survey and hand it off to Conk up the middle. Conk will get wrapped up by the middle linebacker, but he'll get about 4 yards on that play. Great run right up the middle.
The ball carrier, Riker Conk.
Up to the left side on the open side of the field, more or less a fullback dive for Riker Conk. To the 35-yard line they go. Raiden Lutz will run in with the play.
We need a hand for those cheerleaders down there, everybody. Give them a
Your
hand.
Rich High Rebels making a drive here in the third quarter.
They're working hard for you. Good job out there.
Pace will be under center in the I formation, 2 running backs behind him. He'll hand off to Raiden Lutz, and he'll get swallowed up for a 1-yard loss.
Loss on the play.
Raiden taking on what looks like to be
Koski in on the tackle.
A massive defender. That is Aiden Koski. That dude's 6'4", 285 compared to Raiden Lutz, who is 5'5". A little bit of a weight and height differential. That defensive lineman has a foot on Raiden, height-wise. Here is Pace in the shotgun. He'll go ahead and step back and look across his body and then throw it. It'll be incomplete. At the 43-yard line, he'll throw right across the middle. Couldn't really find anybody open, and kind of threw it into the middle of a couple Eagles and then a couple Rich Rebels. 4th down and 6 coming up from the 35-yard line of the Rich Rebels. Here comes the punt. Off of the boot, and we'll take a dive at the 35-yard line. Malik Johnson will make a move, make one man miss. He'll go up to the 30-yard line, out to the 40 near the sideline of the home team. Multiple flags all over the field. Malik Johnson will get a stiff arm on the last person, and he'll walk into the end zone. But I count probably 4 flags on the field, as there was just multiple huge hits on the punt. And I'm willing to bet that they're going to call this one back.
He's up, making his way off.
Great speed and great moves by Malik Johnson to and a stiff arm, multiple stiff arms. Just going to get called back for multiple penalties here. I have 3 flags on the field, and they were all thrown at different times during the play. So I'll be pretty interested to see what this could possibly be. We'll wait for the call from our white hat.
Personal foul.
Personal foul. Targeting.
On the return team.
Targeting will be called on.
Penalty. That player is disqualified.
on the punt return team, that player will be ejected. Not sure who it was that got the call. I didn't see the play, but apparently that referee is going to disqualify that Layton Christian Academy player as he was called for targeting. And he will leave this game, not able to come back at this moment. And I don't know what the qualifications for him coming back next week are, but we will definitely see. Not sure who that was, but the offense will take off on their own 23-yard line. Your Rich Rebels down 47-0 in the third quarter. Welcome back, Rich Rebel fans. We just had a quick power out, but now we're back.
Penalty takes the ball back to the 23-yard line.
23-yard line. Here we are. The Layton Christian Academy Eagles will pick up at their own 23. Patello will be back in the shotgun with a tight end to the left. Wide receivers out to his right, two of them, in fact. He'll motion one across the face of the offense and hand off. And he'll get the handoff and go all the way down the sideline for an 11-yard pickup. And more flags onto the field. This will be the end of the third quarter. Brought to you by the town of Randolph.
Penalty markers on the play.
That was Tucker Prescott, the senior for Layton Christian Academy, but there's going to be multiple calls, penalties on the field. We'll wait to get those calls, and then we will take a break as the end of the third quarter is upon us. Let's go ahead and wait for the call. So we had a call way back from the secondary, and then we'll have a call from the line judge on the Rich side of the field. You just never want to see this many penalties in a game. It just kind of interrupts the flow. So we're going to get a block in the back and a personal foul on the offense as well.
Both penalties will be enforced.
If my stats will serve me correctly, I believe that Layton Christian Academy is above 220 penalty yards on the day. That's a lot.
That's the end of the third quarter.
And we'll step aside for the third quarter as this has been a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebel Football on 98.3 with video coverage online at mylocalradio.com.
Wyoming is unique. When it comes to high school sports, we might travel 6 hours to a game, but when we get there, we know the other team, their parents, and the coaches. Wyoming is like one small town with really long streets. When your travels take you to Evanston, always stay with your friends at the Best Western Dunmar Inn. Clean, comfortable rooms, a restaurant serving healthy, delicious food, and breakfast is always included. If you're bringing the team or following the team, stay with us every time you're in Evanston. The Best Western Dunmar Inn.
They say the three most important things in life for many people are their faith, their family, and their high school sports. And not necessarily in that order. Advertise where you'll get noticed. Call My Local Radio and become a sports advertiser today.
Nothing makes your kid feel like a superstar more than seeing his or her very own Fathead in the stands. Fathead car decals and yard signs are inexpensive and easy to get at Rocky Mountain Sign in Evanston. Whether it's for the big game or to cheer on the high school band, our children make us proud in so many ways. Show your pride today. Go Rebels! West Star Printing and Rocky Mountain Sign, 243 7th Street, Evanston.
Welcome back, Rich Rebel fans. We'll go ahead now as we go into the fourth quarter. The Rich Rebels down 47-0. The fourth quarter will be brought to you by Bear Lake Realty and Gary McKee. Beautiful homes with private sandy beachfront access can be yours at the Reserve. Log on to bearlakerealty.com. Here comes the fourth quarter of action. Layton Christian Academy on offense. Patello will be back. Send in motion Prescott. Fake to Prescott. Back to Moala. Moala will take it 90 yards for a touchdown run right up the middle of the defense. Right off the tackle on the right side. It was a fake across the face of the offense, and then back to Moala, who will just cut it up the middle. No cleaner can you possibly get it. As the score is 53-0
Josiah Moala.
in the fourth quarter. Josiah Moala. Moala on his second touchdown run of the day. This one's a 90-yard touchdown run in the fourth quarter. Here comes Vucevic for the PAT attempt. PAT is down, up, through the uprights, and good.
Vukovic. The extra point is good.
54-0 will be your reading on the Station on Main scoreboard. Let's just go ahead and step aside real quick, as this has been a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebel football on 98.3 The Wildlife, with video coverage online at mylocalradio.com.
Is it time to stop wishing for your dream home in beautiful Bear Lake? If you're ready to make your dream a reality, Bear Lake Realty can help with residential and land listings, including vacation properties, timeshares, cabins, condos, beachfront, lake view, and more. Bear Lake Realty has what you're looking for. And with more than 30 years of real estate experience in the area, you know you're working with the best. Visit bearlakerealty.com and come and enjoy the Caribbean of the Rockies with us.
Welcome back, Rich Rebel fans, to the fourth quarter. The time will continue to tick off as we're under 10 minutes now. This Town of Woodruff kickoff to the Rich Rebels. Noah Perry, as well as Levi Stonehouse, will be back to receive. Noah will touch the ball, and it will go into the end zone and called for a touchback.
Touchback, ball goes into the end zone.
And that's where the Rich Rebels will pick up their offensive possession at the 20-yard line. A little update there on Trey Walker. Has a bunch of ice, but not really able to put a whole lot of pressure on his left leg. We're hoping that everything is all right, and it's just a really good stinger on there. We welcome you back to the second quarter. The fourth quarter, actually, in the second half is what I meant to say. Here's the Rich Rebels on offense taking over at the 20-yard line. Pace in the shotgun with Conk behind him. Nate Woods is out on an island to the right. He'll step back, pure step drop back, and throw back to Noah Perry on the left side. Noah will make two people miss and go up near the 25-yard line.
Number 2. Noah Perry.
Second down and 5 coming up for the Rich Rebels.
By number 7, Matthew Bailiff. Ball on the 26-yard line.
26-yard line. That's where the Rebels will pick up.
Second down, 4 yards to go.
All-state talent is quite a common thing. 168 players from Rich High School since 1985 when it opened. We hope to see more come through as the heat finally starting to cool down just a little bit. It's kind of cool to see all of these fans here for homecoming in Layton Christian Academy in all black. They've come out to support their Eagles as they are up 54-0 on the Rich Rebels. Here's Pace under center, I formation. They'll go ahead and misdirection there to Noah Perry. Noah will get drugged down for 2-yard gain.
Noah Perry, ball carrier. Matthew
there you go. Good to see Noah getting some carries there.
1 yard to go.
7.5 minutes separate us from the end of this game. Trying to get to an LSR refrigerated first down, only 2 yards away. Very feasible for the Rich Rebels. Here is Pace under center, and we're going to get a jump from both sides of the line of scrimmage. And we'll see what the call is exactly.
Dead ball foul. False start.
And they're going to call a false start on the Rich Rebels.
Still third down.
That will bring them back now. It makes grabbing a LSR refrigerated first down just a little bit more difficult. Just a tad. 3rd and 6 now. Pace under center will roll out to his right, try and look for people. He'll throw out to Noah Perry. Noah Perry will get interfered with at the 27-yard line. I think number 23 of Layton Christian Academy, that is Felix Von Sivers, just a tad early, maybe just a split second. Hard call there, but we get penalty laundry out onto the field near the 27-yard line, and they will call the pass interference on the Layton Christian Academy Eagles. Fans don't like it, but I don't think it's really going to affect the final score for them either way. So first down coming up for the Rich Rebels. They're going to go all the way down to the 34-yard line. Pace will be in shotgun with tight trips out to the right. That's on the open side of the field. Hand off to Walker and then try and keep it himself, but he will get drugged down. And perhaps there might be a face mask penalty coming up, because it seemed as though the defensive lineman, what they were bringing down Pace, was pretty close up near the collarbone area. It might have grabbed his face mask. And we'll get the official call. Personal foul, face mask. Yep. I was able to see that from up here. They'll just keep helping out the Rich Rebels and moving the ball down the field. I don't think, at least in my broadcasting career, I've seen this many penalty flags on an opposing team, and yet they're still up by a substantial amount. Layton Christian Academy around 230 yards of penalties already. Pace will throw to Stonehouse to the left near the 50-yard line, incomplete. Out of the reach of his hands. 2nd down and 10 coming up from the 45. The Rich Rebels on their own 45, just 5 yards away from Layton Christian Academy territory. Raiden Lutz, who's been getting some time today due to injury, running in with some plays. And Lutz will dot the I. And he'll get the handoff up the right side he goes and get drugged down from behind. We got penalty flags on the field again. This time near the Rich sideline. I believe Rich moved a little bit early.
Number 12, the ball carrier, Raiden Lutz.
Speaking of Raiden Lutz, the starting lineups at the beginning of this game were brought to you by Lutz Construction.
Ball foul. Illegal formation on the offense.
We'll get an illegal formation call on the Rich Rebels. 2nd down coming up. We're at about 3 minutes left before the end of the 4th quarter. I think it's pretty safe to say that Ray Stowers and his Layton Christian Academy Eagles will be walking away with a win today. But now the game is if Rich High School can get points before the end of this game. That's the real question. Here's the Rich Rebels in shotgun. Pace will roll out to his right, look across to his left. That ball will be batted incomplete at the 45-yard line. Great defensive coverage there by number 45, Adriano de Castro Filho. Cornerback and wide receiver and sophomore for Layton Christian Academy. Here is the Rebels as we are in the 4th quarter. 2 minutes separate us from the end. Pace will be under center this time. Trips out tight to his left. Conk right behind him. End around coming. And Noah Perry will get swallowed up for a 6-yard loss after the handoff to Noah Perry. He was near the closest slot receiver there. 4th down and 20 for the Rebels. Pace will be back to punt for the Rich High Rebels. His cleats firmly planted around the 21. Malik Johnson at the 35-yard line. Pace will boot it up into the air, and it will take a bounce near the 40-yard line and be downed by Noah Perry at the 33. Good punt by Pace, and then we'll get a continual run of the clock. 54-0, your reading on the Station on Main scoreboard. Layton Christian Academy kind of strolling out there. No real hurry for them as we're under 1 minute left before the end of this game.
Hey, Eagles fans, next week is the final home game of the regular season, right here, 4 p.m.
I believe Patello will be taking a knee as they are in victory formation. This fourth quarter brought to you by Bear Lake Realty and Gary McKee. Beautiful homes with private sandy beachfront can be yours at the Reserve. Log on to bearlakerealty.com. And Layton Christian Academy will take a knee, and I think, I don't know if they need to take another one. They might need to take one more.
The Rich High School Rebels
taking a knee at their own 32-yard line. And they take the last one. And that will bring us into the end of the game. Once we come back, we'll touch up on some of the highlights, just kind of the diagnostics, player of the game. That's such jazz, as this has been a fourth quarter brought to you by Bear Lake Realty and a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebel football on 98.3. With video coverage online at mylocalradio.com.
Whether you're kicking up dust in the hills, making waves down on the lake, or taking advantage of the world's greatest powder, don't just hope to have fun. Take that sled by the handlebars and make your time at Bear Lake epic. Epic Recreation rents equipment and cabins for your vacation fun at beautiful Bear Lake. From watercraft large and small to UTVs, sleds, and more, Epic Recreation has it all to go on-road, off-road, or out on the Caribbean blue water. Book your adventure at epicrecreation.net.
Evanston Regional Hospital is an affiliate of the University of Utah Health. Our partnership builds on a long tradition of collaboration between Evanston Regional Hospital and University of Utah Health. Inside these doors, our dedicated staff is committed to being your caring partner in your healthcare journey. Whether you need an MRI or surgery, are expecting a new baby, or you're having a heart attack, Evanston Regional Hospital is here to help. Evanston Regional Hospital. Healing begins here.
This presentation on mylocalradio.com is also brought to you in part by Hoover Chiropractic. With over 3 decades of experience, Dr. Todd Hoover can help you with all the chiropractic work you need, plus x-rays, blood work, a weight loss program, and can help you get rid of allergies and migraines. Dr. Todd Hoover with Hoover Chiropractic in Evanston.
Signage is a critical part of your business. It helps customers find your front door. Rocky Mountain Sign will provide you with expertly designed signs, LEDs, channel letters, as well as skillfully cut signage using wood, metal, plastic, and other mediums to help your customers find you with high-quality signage. Using the best technology, designs, and installation by Rocky Mountain Sign. Your signage says a lot about your business. Work with the professionals at Rocky Mountain Sign, 243 7th Street in Evanston, Wyoming.
Welcome again, Rich Rebel fans, to the post-game show. This is brought to you by Epic Recreation. Make your next vacation an epic one with rentals at Bear Lake. From Epic Recreation, visit epicrecreation.net today. First up on our post-game show, let's talk about some post-game diagnostics. Sponsored by Stacy's Repair in Woodruff. When you need repair, take it to the ones who truly care. Stacy's Repair in Woodruff. On the day, Eli Tangadogu will have a 50-yard touchdown run. And Malik Johnson with an interception, a 35-yard touchdown pass, a 75-yard touchdown pass, an 80-yard kickoff return by Tangadogu, and Moala will cap off multiple long touchdown runs. We have come out here to Layton Christian Academy, and the Layton Christian Academy Eagles will topple the Rich Rebels. Trey Walker, 4 receptions, 30-plus yards. Great help from quarterback Hunter Pace to stay in there and deliver for his team. It's been interesting to see the fight in these Rebels. They were able to come out and just find a little bit more as to who they are and as to what football is all about. Embracing the grind for them has been part of their identity. And we'll go ahead and just cap off some of those diagnostics. Layton Christian Academy will end with 220-plus yards and penalties. Rich High School will end with about 89 yards of total offense. As this game will go to the Layton Christian Academy Eagles. We'll go ahead now and step aside. As you've been listening to an Epic Recreation postgame show, up next we'll pick up our precision play of the game after our coverage on this Bear Lake Community Health Center coverage of Rich Rebel football on 98.3 The Wildlife.
You rely on your vehicle every day. Make sure your ride gets the best service, repairs, and maintenance possible. Stacy's Repair in Woodruff provides the highest quality, the latest technology, and the newest equipment to give your vehicle the absolute best auto care available. Family owned and operated since 1992, your friends at Stacy's Repair promise to always deliver value and outstanding, honest, and knowledgeable service, regardless of repair size or difficulty. Stacy's Repair, the ones who truly care.
The big difference that sets Freeway Tire apart from other tire stores is the fact that we care. We care about the customer service we provide, we care about selling quality products at fair prices, and we care about your vehicle. So when you're looking for tires or having work done on your vehicle, everything from maintenance to major repairs, make sure you take it to the company that really cares, Freeway Tires, on Bear River Drive in Evanston. Stop in today or schedule an appointment with us online at freewaytires.com.
Let's go ahead and dive into our Freaky Fast recap brought to you by Jimmy John's. In case you're just tuned in, the Rich Rebels will be down 54-0 by the Layton Christian Academy Eagles. 54-0 was your final score. Your Jimmy John's Freaky Fast recap will be brought to you by Jimmy John's in Evanston and Rock Springs, where gourmet sandwiches meet fresh and fast every day. 113 Front Street, Evanston. Freaky Fast, Freaky Fresh. Game will start with a 50-yard touchdown run in the first quarter by Eli Tangadogu. Next, on the opening possession, Malik Johnson will get an interception, which will lead to a 35-yard reception for a touchdown by Johnson. Vaitaki will then add a 20-yard touchdown run and a 21-yard touchdown run, taking the Layton Christian Academy Eagles up 19-0 in the first quarter. And then in the second quarter, Johnson will receive a 75-yard touchdown pass. And then to kick off the second half, a la Music City Miracle, Tangadogu will get a pitch from Moala on the kickoff return, and he'll return at 80 yards for a kickoff return for a touchdown. And then a 50-yard touchdown run by Moala, and then a 90-yard touchdown run by Moala. On the day, though, Layton Christian Academy will be pegged for 220-plus yards in penalties. As for Rich High School, they were able to get down near the 3 by the help of Trey Walker. Trey did everything that he possibly could, and then in the second half got rocked And his leg has been put on ice. He's been needing help to walk around. He's been looking a little bit better as I've been able to watch him just a little bit walk around. But the final score, 54-0. Your Rich Rebels will be downed by the Layton Christian Academy Eagles. This has been the Freaky Fast game recap made possible by Jimmy John's in Evanston and Rock Springs. Freaky Fresh, Freaky Fast every day. Stay informed and stay tuned as we'll update you as to the school calendar for the end of the week. Let's go ahead now and step aside, and when we come back, we'll come into the precision play of the game and the player of the game. You're listening to a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebel football on 98.3 with video coverage online at mylocalradio.com.
Pam Cornea with Town & Country Realty in beautiful Bear Lake enthusiastically supports the Rich High Rebels.
After all, I raised 4 of them, from football, basketball, wrestling to volleyball. I supported them all. I bleed blue.
The Caribbean of the Rockies, Bear Lake, offers a variety of activities in every season. Pam would love to assist you in finding your own Bear Lake retreat. Call her today, 435-779-0012.
Let's go now into the Epic Recreation play of the game. This is the Dr. McKay Frankham precision play of the game. Dr. McKay Frankham providing precision family dentistry at affordable prices. Call today for an appointment, 307-789-8910. Precision play of the game will go to Trey Walker. As for the second quarter, the Rich Rebels able to drive the length of the field by help of penalty and a shovel pass underneath from quarterback Hunter Pace around the 30-yard line. Trey Walker will pick up the ball and then muscle his way all the way down to the 4-yard line on a little underneath shovel pass. Tried to get open and get some space, and got space he did as he will get down. And I'm also going to go ahead and give Trey Walker the player of the game. I do so in that Trey Walker, at no point did I see Trey Walker give anything less than 110% out there, and he fought hard for his team, and he put up some good numbers, 4 receptions for 30-plus yards in a game that it was very difficult to do so. This is a Layton Christian Academy team that is well coached, well executed, and they were able to put up quite a few points in this game. That has been the Dr. McKay Frankham in Evanston precision play of the game, as well as the player of the game. Dr. McKay Frankham has been providing precision family dentistry at affordable prices. Call today at 307-789-8910. Let's go ahead and take our final break here, as you've been listening to a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebel football on 98.3 The Wildlife, with video coverage online at mylocalradio.com.
Pam Cornea with Town & Country Realty in beautiful Bear Lake enthusiastically supports the Rich High Rebels.
After all, I raised 4 of them, from football, basketball, wrestling to volleyball. I supported them all. I bleed blue.
The Caribbean of the Rockies, Bear Lake, offers a variety of activities in every season. Pam would love to assist you in finding your own Bear Lake retreat. Call her today, 435-779-0012.
Let's go now to our final thoughts here. Your Rich High Rebels will be down by Layton Christian Academy 54-0 in a game where Layton Christian Academy just had great firepower, and they were able to get the yardage that they need throughout the game. I want to go ahead and highlight these Rich Rebel boys. It is never fun to have a lopsided game like that, but they showed great heart. And I've only been here for about a month, but I'm incredibly proud of them for going out and doing their very best. And I'm grateful that I can cover them. And I know that although it's not fun in the moment, things are going to turn around, and it will be okay. Until then, this is your voice of the Rich High Rebels, Cody Olson, signing off by saying, "Go Rebels."
The proceeding has been a wholly owned production of MyLocalRadio.com and Cook Brothers Broadcasting, no portion of which may be used or rebroadcast without the express written consent of Old West Media Incorporated. Thank you for joining us on this Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebel Sports on MyLocalRadio.com. Until next time, go Rebels!